no, I didn't just put my shirt on. Welcome to Arcavios Eternal, the D&D show where a bunch of millennials live out their dream of going to college for free. I am your host, not host. Why did I say host? I'm not hosting this shit. I'm your dungeon master. Ralph. And these are my lovely players. Sadly, Declan couldn't join us this evening, but he is here with us in spirit and all of his edgy, gothy goodness. So it's been a hot minute since we have streamed a proper session. Life just happens and gets in the way, but we are back. We are ready to tackle the trials and tribulations of our fresh-faced first years. So maybe we can go around and reintroduce ourselves in case everyone's forgotten. I know I have. Who the hell are all you people? Dahi? I see that's the name.
Hi. Yes, I am reading. Daisy? Is that how you pronounce that name? Why are you wanna? No. Hi, I'm Dahi. I'm playing the wonderful, lovable, kind of an idiot, Zenith Starbreeze. And yeah, I use all pronouns. They're all good. Pick your favorite, I guess. Yeah, that's me.
And Jake.
Hello, my name's Jake, and I play Briar Weavermane, the big bastard.
The big bastard. Not the
True.
the biggest, but a big bastard.
A biggie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if true.
Sorry, I'm screwed around with my webcams here because
You're fine. You're
should have done it
fine.
just beforehand. I promise I'm present. I promise I'm paying attention. Host.
Shake it up.
Host. Host with the most. Hostess with the most.
Emery.
Hi, I'm Emery. I'm not a girl, but I am a girly girl. And today I am playing Beltaliel Gracewing. And I didn't study, so this is going to go well.
Wonderful. Yes, you guys will be having your first exam in this session at some point when we get around to it, and that will be a fun time. I'm sure you will all do fantastically. You guys are now into your third or fourth week into your first semester of Strixhaven. Your studies are going as well as they are for your character. Yeah,
Some perhaps better than others.
Yeah, some perhaps better than others, but I'm sure you're all been assisted by the notes that Zenith has been prepared for everybody. Let's see. We will pick off with just a little bit of a small moment. Zenith, you are in your room late in the evening, and you are just fidgeting with your astrolabe as you are wont to do. And as you are doing so, you're just kind of, a little necklace. That's so cute.
Yeah, and it spins. I'm sorry.
It spins.
It like.
Oh, amazing.
That's so cute.
Fabulous.
It looks like a little planet. It's so cute. Sorry, continue.
Yeah.
This is me
Yeah,
doing
exactly.
it.
Yeah, no, very immersive, very immersive. And as you are doing so, you're trying to just see, once again, any rhyme or reason to the patterns of the stars and constellations that are on the exterior of it. And as you twist it and flick it, like almost passively, as you're just kind of, as your mind wanders, suddenly a flash of white light fills your vision, and you see a rush of images, an impossibly blue sky with swirling clouds, a vast empty space of twinkling stars, drifting globes of light, glowing orbs of light, and a spiraling dark cloud with a thrumming black void at the center. You feel the rush of vertigo and a throbbing headache as the vision dissipates as quickly as it came to you. And Belt, as you and Zena share a room, you witnessed a flash of light in Zenith's bed where they were sitting, and all of a sudden Zenith's eyes are aglow with sparkling white light, and in his form you can see that it has turned completely solid black, and you can see pinpricks of tiny light in the silhouette, and like almost like a night sky. But then almost as quickly as it showed up. It's almost like Zeta just kind of like vanished and then reappeared within like the blink of an eye. And Zenith, you're in your bed, like completely dazed, and you feel like you're almost like about to get sick.
I just put the astrolabe down in its current configuration and just kind of.
Are you good?
Maybe. Perhaps I just need to lie down, or I'll just sit from. Do you have? Is there water nearby?
I'll grab him some water.
Zenith just kind of like very tentatively just like drinks a little bit and sets it aside. I don't feel like getting sick, do I?
No, you're okay. You don't need to like make a constitution save there. You still have like this sense of like vertigo and like just the headache is lingering, but you're otherwise right as rain.
It's very, very odd.
What was that?
Well, there are people in my order that we study the stars and constellations and our wonderful god Kelmir, and perhaps my connection with him is deepening through my analysis of all of these things, and I feel good. I mean, strange. It's like I feel like possibly fallen through thousands of skies at once, and however you can feel after that, I mean, good.
Okay. I'm happy for you that your bond with your god is deepening. Belt is incredibly weirded out. Belt's just like
Zenith just kind of. He just kind of like shakes his hands a little bit, like he's left the astrolabe on the table now. He's just kind of like stimming, I guess, a bit. He's like shaking his hands like absentmindedly. And he's just like, yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm good. I'll let you know if there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to burst into a black hole and consume this entire. Although that would be very interesting.
Well, I wasn't worried about that before, but now I am.
Zenith just kind of like stifles a little laugh. He's like, as Bri would say, I'm fucking with you. I think I'm fine.
That's funny.
I'm glad. I didn't really think it was funny. I'm just copying people at this stage. But I'm good.
I think that's what personalities are. You just copy the bits
you know what?
like from other people.
I think you're right. Nobody really seems to be their own person. Everybody seems to be little bits of other people, and that's kind of funny.
Exactly. This multiverse has been around for untold generations. You can't be original anymore.
That's so true. I'm sorry, I'm fighting the urge to say bestie. Like, I'm fighting the urge to say so true bestie. Sorry. That's very. What time is it? Is it like late in the evening?
Yeah. It's like when the evening is wrapping up, and like you probably finished studying or whatever.
Zenith just kind of goes, I like our deep, meaningful evening conversations.
Yeah, so
I'll try not to burst into light so much more often.
right. Should we study some more?
Absolutely. Oh, look, I have some notes on our previous class, and Zenith just starts like rifling through and pulling out more, and like kind of dragging Belt in to like go over stuff that he knows Belt has not been paying attention to.
Yeah. So you guys, your shared class for magical physiology. You do have an exam coming up within the week. So I'm sure that is like on the front of your priorities for your study and your learning and trying to.
Is canon that Belt has done some studying?
Yes, it is canon. Let's get it.
However,
get that notarized.
Was he paying attention? We don't know.
Yeah, and Bri, you would have noticed. Can I get you to make like a wisdom check?
Yes. Oh, I didn't pick up. I'll use roll20.
Yeah. Okay.
Wisdom save.
Just to check, not a save.
Check.
Yeah,
Oh no, wait, that's
You're
that's
sleeping.
Also
Wisdom
-1
saving throw.
The same.
Yeah.
12.
That's 12. That is very normal. So Yeah. You actually you notice something a bit weird, and just generally like in the past few days, like ever since like the last week or so, you have not been you haven't seen Cole very much. He has been not around. Like you go to sleep at night and you wake up and like you see like his bed has like shifted and changed and like it looks like it is continuously being slept in, but you never see him like being like you never see him basically face to face. And you kind of spot him around. You see him in classes, but he it seems like he's been dodging kind of just the three of you, either deliberately or just kind of like you're not sure. But mostly what Bryce always like you haven't seen Cole. So whatever Brian might do with that information is up to you. I'm sure both Zenith and Belt have noticed that Cole is not engaging with y'all a whole lot.
Zenith is very like perceptive, like naturally, but I think Zenith is like giving Cole the time to like he's like actively ignoring or like letting him take the space. You know?
Yeah,
I think
because it's like I don't know what to do. I don't know.
Belt's doing the same. Yeah, Belt saw what went down, and it's just like I'm gonna not engage.
Did you guys tell Bry what happened by any chance?
I'd say Zenith probably would have if Bry asked. That's probably the only reason Zenith.
Did Bry ask?
But it's up to whether Bry asks.
I don't think he would have had the awareness about this to ask.
Yeah, that's why I made you roll if you actually even noticed that Cole like wasn't around, and the other two just knew.
Love it.
Yeah. But yeah, so now that we've like that's the vibe at the minute. But you guys have more pressing matters because you've got an exam coming up. You guys, so your class, Mescal Physiologies, with Professor Varelda Lang, has been primarily about magical beasts and creatures of the realm and how to interact, engage, and study them. So that is primarily the focus of this term, and specifically, what did I write down that this test was on? Did I write anything about it? No, it's just about general magical animals. It can be about anything you want it to be, Barbie girl. But yeah, so at the end of your fourth week, you the day before, you guys now have the option to engage in the examination rules that are offered by the Strixhaven module, and you can make ability checks to study if you so wish. So this is the study phase, and if you do, so you're going to be making an ability check. You get to choose whatever kind of ability it is, as long as you justify it. And you can only make one. And if you succeed the DC, you will get one reroll during tomorrow's testing phase. So you can also study together. Which will give you advantage on the ability check.
I guess since Belt and Zenith share a room, unless Zenith is like really hardcore studying in the library, he would probably drag Belt along. Actually, he probably would drag Belt along to the library anyway. I feel like Zenith is that like really like pushy helicopter mom when it comes to studying. Like he's really like, no, this is important. Yeah. And I feel like Belt's like,
this is the only reason that I have done any studying is to get you off my back. I think also like as I'm probably literally dragged past the room, I'm like banging on Bry's door.
What do you want?
Go study!
Do I have that class?
Zenith just kind of like pauses and is like, oh, I forgot Bry.
Yeah.
And he like runs back to the door and he's just like, you out, we're studying now. We have an exam this week.
Oh, is that this week?
Yes, general magical creatures. We've been doing this class. Oh, we've been told. It's the general magic study. You study it. You're coming.
I hate creatures.
That's wonderful, but you can hate them in books while you're reading about them. If you hate them, you might remember the things you hate about them. Wonderful. Okay, let's go. And like Zenith is like strangely strong when it comes to like this conviction. He's like just like dragging people along. Like it's like he's very weak, but like he's like yeah, it's real like the mom energy coming out. It's like I must make my children study.
Yeah.
Very that.
Yeah. So now, if you guys are all studying together, you can make an ability check of a skill of your choice with advantage, as long as you like convince me that a skill you're good at is good for studying.
Sure.
Okay, so I would like to convince you that Belt is taking on the persona, a performance, if you will, of somebody who studies and is very studious. In an attempt to, you know, when people like Beyonce has Sasha Fierce, Nicki Minaj has Roman, whatever that thing is. They embody somebody else.
Roman Holiday.
Dun dun dun. Anyway, why did that?
Under dragon.
I am becoming a person in order to protect Belt's true self, performing very performatively.
Okay. Yeah, you can make a performance check with advantage.
I'm gonna be very simple. I'm gonna roll animal handling.
Yeah, that works.
Or nature, either one works.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll go animal handling.
Having to like act as a person who might study, can't you just like rehearse the book like you would rehearse lines? Wouldn't that?
I'm running lines.
Yeah.
That's a good idea actually. That's
it
pretty
has to
fair.
be that you're channeling like method acting someone who studies.
Uh-huh. I have a character.
You're watching Zenith,
who is called,
like actually studying it. You're like,
who's called Hitinez, who is somebody very studious.
Right, so I'm guessing that Bry can't justifiably hit the books or jump over them.
No.
Right.
But you are technically hitting the books.
I don't know that he's clever enough to connect those phrases.
Yeah, that's a little above. That's a little too highbrow.
I'm not sure. May I perhaps suggest deception? Because everything apart from my physical skills is only like a +1 max, and Bry has not been doing a lot of his own studying this year so far, has he? It's all been Zenith. Who maybe is helping him a little bit more than he should while they're in the library.
That's so fair.
I'll let you make a what is it? You want to do deception?
So otherwise,
It's like he's pretending to study, but like pretending to be really bad. It's like feigned incompetence. Yeah. He's pretending to be really bad at it, so Zenith's making him better notes.
How this book works. I can't open it.
How book?
I keep...
You dropped the book. Oh, see, I'm so bad at this.
I'm just a silly little guy. Please help me study.
And Zenith is like, Zenith would eat that for breakfast. Zenith would be like, yeah, no problem. Look, I've color coded these and everything. I've made like 10 copies. It's very.
Beat the studying nor intimidate it, so it just seems like they're probably the most appropriate in character thing right now.
Yeah,
is that...
I do love that feigned incompetence is a good way to. It's like a way to study. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, so Zenith is like extra like motherly and helpful towards you, Bri, because you are clearly inept. So Zenith
is just worried.
Study. So what are everybody's die roll results?
We have advantage.
Oh, I have to roll. I haven't done it yet.
Oh yeah. So you can roll them now.
I got a 16 out of a 17, which means I get a 20.
16 and 17. Quite good.
I got a 4 and a nat 20.
Yes.
Ooh, studying
Of course,
together.
I get a 20 studying. Watch me fail the exam now.
I got a 15 and a 19, so 19.
Perfect. So yeah, you guys all feel like you have studied in one form or another, to a reasonable amount.
Like, I absolutely
So-
Belt is like forming the texts.
Yeah, your tail,
I
your
feel
tail's
like-
like
I feel like
whipping
Zenith
around
is-
irritatedly.
Zenith is like hearing Belt like recite all these lines off, and it's just so
And,
impressed.
like the morphology of griffins is that.
This is-
And then you put the book, you're like, I'm off
Yeah.
book, I'm off book.
Well, like, you have to be off book for the exam.
You're never going to use this in the real world
You're so
anyway.
correct.
Animals are for eating and wearing.
How do you think you eat or
I mean,
wear them?
you have to know
kill
their-
them first. This is knowing how to
I
kill
actually
them.
know
You-
what they're
made
else
of
does.
to
Are
be able
you
to eat
part
and wear
animal?
them. Some animals are poisonous.
Also fully animals.
Yeah, the two of you, I'm literally talking to two animals about how they should eat and kill and wear animals, and I'm like, maybe we don't.
I'm not a vegan, it's fine.
That's fair.
Yeah. Okay.
Zenith is like having this like crippling worry of like, I can't eat anything anymore. One of my friends is a plant, the other two are animals. What do I eat?
Make it pretty sexy,
Friendship.
wouldn't it, though, wouldn't I?
That's true, yeah.
Zenith's just
Ew.
like hardcore blushes. Just getting back to study.
You go to sex, Belt's like, I would look great wearing that.
It would have quite a long train.
Yeah, exactly.
Zenith like immediately snaps the two boys back on topic. It's like, we're studying.
Yeah, perfect. So you guys study for a bit longer, and the next day, you are all in your magical physiology class. Professor Varel Lang is stood there in front of the class with a stack of pages, and
Can I?
students.
Sorry,
Hmm?
just very quickly
Yeah?
before I do this. So, can I
Shoot.
give bardic inspiration to my good pals during this?
How long does bardic inspiration last for? Is it like up to an hour?
It's technically 10 minutes.
Can Bri have it as well?
Okay, yeah. So if you give them, if you give it to them before like the start of the class, you would probably be able to get bardic inspiration for the first phase of the exam.
Sick. Yeah, I'll do that then for sure.
Oh, there's two phases.
There's levels to this shit, baby.
I don't love that, but at least I can give you all bardic.
So yeah, so you guys get so now if we are to be correct, you guys have one reroll
Yes.
and an additional d6 to the first check.
So the reroll, is that only usable throughout the entire exam once?
Yes.
It's not like oh god,
Yep.
oh Jesus.
So there are two phases to the exam. There is a multiple choice question section and an essay section. So and they're going to both be two different specific skill checks. But you've got for the first one, you have a d6 in additional, and for either of them, you can have one reroll.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. You do have the option if you want to cheat. And if any of you want to try and cheat, let me know, and like as when the exam starts, and I'll tell you what to do.
Okay. I
So
think
is
I
there
know what
a-
I'm gonna do.
Before we consider cheating, is that skill specific?
Cheating is skill specific, yeah. I mean, so it would be a combination of deception and sleight of hand checks.
Got some big stupid hands. What's this sleight of hand? Oh, it's +1.
These hands ain't slight, baby.
Got +5, +3s, and then everything else is only a 1. He's a bit of a.
You're the
one-trick
tank. You
pony.
don't need skills.
Yeah.
You just need a fat HP bar. That's all. And some big hands.
It isn't even that fat till after the exam. Get some levels.
Yeah, true,
in.
true.
I
Is
guess-
this are there any practical components to this exam?
This exam, no.
Okay. Fuck.
Other exams maybe, but not this one specifically.
Okay. So we wouldn't be like, say, speaking to animals.
No, it's all
That's
theory.
fair. Okay.
So yeah, Verilda Lang presents each one of you a sheet of paper, and there on it is the list of questions, and there's another like on the back. And these pages are actually enchanted, so it's almost like a screen, so that like you can like scroll through and like flip and change sections. Like there's like a larger document like within the smaller one. You know what I mean?
Magic iPad.
Yeah, magic iPad. E-learning.
The scroll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clack.
Okay.
And so Ambrella Lang is, if I'm not mistaken, this will be your first exams here at Strixhaven. And good luck. And your exam will begin. So the first section for the multiple choice is going to be oh yeah, I did write down what the creatures are. This is an exam about Slotty.
Slotty.
Hey.
Yeah, so Slotty, if you don't know, just outside the game, they're like aliens basically. Like they're extra dimensional creatures from like the far realms, and there's different colors to them, and they like can implant people with eggs. It's
my goodness.
It's weird and funky, and you've probably learned all about them in your studies. But this, because they are such a magical and far-flung species of creature, this is an Arcana check for the multiple choice.
Oh goodness, I'm not proficient in that, but that's fine.
But you do have a D6 for this section?
I do, and I do have a +2 to it because I'm
The
pretty
reroll,
smart.
can we?
Yeah.
Is it like we have to choose to give ourselves advantage beforehand, or can we reroll once we know the result?
You can, you can use a reroll after you know the result, but I'm not going to tell you whether or not that the first roll is a success or not.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to, if you want to go higher, I will allow that. But
Would you like us to roll?
for the first phase, if you so wish, you can do an Arcana check. Yeah.
Okay, I think I've got to try and cheat. I've got a -1 to Arcana.
Yeah. So for this section, Belt, I will get you to make a deception check.
Okay. Come on,
I'm
baby.
going to.
While they're, Brian just got a 15.
I got a 10.
I got a 17.
Okay.
Jeez, I did badly on that one.
So
I had to use my
A -1
D6.
as well. D&D Beyond's being very kind to me today.
This is why I'm trying to cheat, because I can't be fucking with -1s.
Belt got a 17, was it?
17, yeah.
And Bri got a 15. Okay.
Zenith got a 10.
A 10. That is. I mean, you can. Yeah. I mean, like you used the D6,
Yeah.
but you can use your reroll if you want.
Oh, does the D6 still carry, or?
We'll say it
Same
does.
number.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
The
am actually
D6
gonna
will be
reroll
the
that
same
one.
value.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm fine with keeping that. Oh, that is so much better. That's an 18.
18. Okay.
I got a 13 +2 +3.
Study.
Yeah.
Study pays off, baby. So yeah,
Okay,
you guys
I'm much happier.
all, Bri and Zenith, you guys, Bri, you're quite surprised that you've retained some of the information that Zenith slammed in your face with a book. And you are able to write down some of the answers that you think might be right. Zenith, you feel like you're like, I got this, and you fill it out. And Belt, you, in your infinite wisdom, draw complete blanks for the first few minutes, and you start to like, using your keen owl senses, decide to just try and copy someone else's work.
One eye just does that.
Yeah.
And the other eye stays.
You turned your head around the
Yeah,
full
the
way,
whole
looking
thing.
directly downwards at somebody's work.
Yeah, so that is fine. And then as you guys complete this phase of the testing, the sheet in front of you shimmers into just a blank page with a single, with just a handful of small questions that require longer
Oh, it's
essay
over.
answers.
There's nothing
This
else
is
there.
genuinely stressful.
Zenith doesn't speak throughout the entire exam. He's like stone-faced.
Yeah. And so this is going to be These are short essay questions about diffusing slod confrontations. And this is going to be a DC, not a DC, I'm not telling you what the DC is. It's an insight check.
Oh.
Insight.
Oh, that's not bad. I have that too.
I can't resist.
So now you guys don't have the D6. But if you haven't used your reroll yet, you still have it.
Okay.
I'm rolling so
not gonna
badly
cheat
tonight.
For this one.
Shit,
You're not going to cheat?
Not for this one. I've got +0, but I don't think I can risk it.
If you've decided to cheat for one half and then for the next one, that doesn't really. Yeah, no, I can let you. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to cheat a second time, it's a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to do it.
Okay, yeah. No, that's fine. That's
so
fine.
Is the first one,
Yeah.
First one's a deception, and then doing it again is sleight of hand.
Yeah. I mean, like it's 2 skill checks, just to mirror. Is that good?
Good. We're good.
Okay.
Okay.
All
right, did everyone get-
Right.
Okay, has everybody rolled?
Yeah, I rolled a 10.
A 10. Oh, darling.
Can I give them my
I feel like
reroll?
Zenith was like over helping
Mhm.
a bit.
Yeah, you
and,
might
like,
have
not
yeah.
neglecting his own.
Overextended
sort of
a little
work.
bit.
We don't have the D6 anymore.
No.
Is there
No,
any way
it's gone.
I can? I'll take a penalty if I can help Z.
It's fine. I don't mind. Like it makes sense that I wouldn't do as well as I should because I was like helping too much, I guess.
Okay, so Zenith got a 10. Belt, what did you roll?
You got a 19.
A 19. And what did Bri get?
11. Can we have any more context on what we know about what the final section is? Or is it just these two?
It was just these
Oh,
two.
so I'm going to use the reroll then.
Okay, yeah.
So I
Yeah,
suppose it's
reroll.
not
Go
an
ahead.
advantage, is it? It's a reroll, so if I roll worse, that's the one I'm using.
Yes. Yeah, the reroll is just whatever you get next.
Because like I got a 12, so like and then it goes to 11. So like it's a low chance of doing better than that. But I feel like this is a fail. Feel it in my
I'm
waters.
not gonna tell you what it is until
Yeah.
it's over.
Instinct.
I feel like there's like fail, pass, and then like good sort of. I feel like it's just how exams in general tend to work,
Yeah,
but
I
like
think there's
that's
a better chance of doing worse. Because like, like if I'm in my head, I'm
there's a
picturing
lower
that-
chance of you getting higher than a
in
12
my head. I'm picturing
on a
that like
D20.
a real winning pass would be like a 14-15, which then I would need to roll a 15-16. That's not gonna happen. So I think he's gonna. But then is it silly I haven't used my reroll? He's gonna stick with his.
No, I mean,
think he's gonna stick with this one. Not gonna reroll.
makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, so as you guys finish the exam, the parchment is also enchanted to give you your exam results
Oh,
immediately
hey,
when you're finished.
God,
Hate
that's
that.
so upsetting.
Yeah, that's the thing.
No, I
I mean,
it
it's
makes sense,
efficient,
but
yeah.
that's upsetting to
Yeah.
me and my girls.
So you, so Zenith and Bri, you have both passed the exam. And Belt, you have aced the exam.
Oh thank God! I thought you said I was gonna get caught.
No, you rolled really high.
Zenith's hands like claw into the table a little bit, and he's like,
I don't think
Right, it's
I
like,
let
oh,
them
look,
know
that's
that I aced
fucking
it.
great, that. We got this scene, didn't we?
"Oh, we did."
Did you write something for everything? I don't know if I had to put something in everything, or whether I could just, like, do what I wanted. Oh, I'm just as clever as you, eh, Zenith? Just as clever.
Are we? Can I insight to see if I see this shit going on?
Zenith is like,
Yeah, go
so
for it.
normally, and like just for reference, if you can see him in general, he's normally a little bit more like loose in demeanor. He's very rigid right now.
That is a 5.
Probably not so.
Probably.
Yeah,
Let's
Steve,
see that.
yeah, Zenith seems Great.
Cool.
I don't know why I
I
was so
go
worried
up.
coming to school. It's easy, isn't it?
And I'm just like, oh, that was pretty hard, I think. Did you guys pass?
Yes.
Oh, good. I'm so happy. Brian, did you pass as well?
Certainly did.
Oh, well, I mean, it's all you, Z. We couldn't have done it without you. Thank you so much.
How'd you guys do? And behind you, you see Greta standing next to Rampart. Both of them seem pretty excited to have completed their first exam. He's like,
Zenith immediately leaves without even acknowledging they exist. He just has his books and he's gone.
Is
must have
he
been in the
okay?
restroom. I did so good. I passed.
Oh, that's fantastic, Bri. Well, good for you. Yeah, we got a pass as well. This class is it's kind of hard.
Yeah,
Rampart's
it's quite hard, isn't
Oh,
it?
is it?
I don't know animals that well.
What was that, Rampart? What did you say?
I don't know animals that well, but I know how to study, so I passed.
Well, do you know what the thing? I think it's a bit bullshit because these are aliens to us. Yeah, they might be full people. Why are they animals?
Well, they're just magical. They're not like animals. They're not like.
But
cat.
am I a magical animal? Because I can do magic, and I'm a
You're a
bird
magical
person.
species, maybe. I mean, I know as Loxodon, we are we're not that magical. We're just elephant people.
I know it's highly unlike me
Hey,
to.
I think you're pretty
not be-
magical.
I know it's highly unlike me to quash any kind of confrontation, but I think if you know more about the magical animals than the teacher does, you should go and have that conversation with her.
I don't think that's a good idea, Rampart. She seems scary.
No, if you think they're people, go tell her. Go tell her. Maybe she'll give you some.
I-
points
don't get
on
me
your
wrong.
exam.
I will be writing a lengthy essay about this to somebody, but later.
Zenith, where have you gone off to?
Back to the library.
Okay. Yeah, so just to hit in the books again.
I think Zenith is going to bury himself in completely irrelevant studies. He's going to bury himself in astrological studies and astronomy studies.
Okay, cool. But yeah, Greta lets you guys know, Belt and Bri, that some of the first years are going to be going to the Bozen Tavern for drinks later to celebrate the completion of your first exam.
Yes.
So that is an open invitation to both you and Zenith, if Zenith so desires.
Yeah, we'll
Oh,
go
yes.
find him.
Let's do it. Should we get him? Is there a campus gift shop?
There's a small little shop for just inside the door of the biblioplex.
Is there anything astral themed or space themed in there?
Make an investigation check.
Great, I'm good at those.
Oh.
That's a 6. I've got minus 1
A
to
6.
investigation.
The one of the plushies looks kind of it's kind of star shaped. It's kind of more like a blob.
Can I
but
push it in to be like a star?
it has a squeaky inside of it. So
That's quite fun, actually. I would like to buy that, please.
cool. Yeah. The plushie. It's another one of the Strixhaven mascot plushies. It's 4 silver pieces. In the shop.
Oh, I want 4 silver.
Yay!
No, I don't.
And yeah. But yeah, you're in the biblioplex now. It is the last day of the week, so it's kind of a little bit quieter in the library. This big, large repository of arcane information.
The library.
It's not hard to find him because he will be surrounded by piles of tomes, probably heavier than Bry's
I
head.
think he's next to that book mountain.
Damn, that's a heavy book.
And you can just see instead, Zenith's hair is normally really wispy and cloudy. You can just see it's kind of falling about in random directions, and it's thicker and gray and almost it looks almost like rain clouds.
Oh,
Yeah, I just want to double check something about the examination rules.
oh no.
See if there's
I like what you're doing.
no good thing.
Zenith is like, it's like he can't hear you
I
at all.
I stomp over, and I crisscross applesauce down, and I go like, look, Brian and I wanted to say thank you for all the help that you gave us, so I bought you this, and I've tried to squish it down into the shape of a star. It's from space, like you.
It just starts squeaking in the middle of the library. Immediately, Zenith just says, "Shh, no noise in the library." And he takes it. He just looks at it. And he's
So,
like,
Belt, the mascot that you got has actually been damaged, which is why its price has been marked down so much. Because I just checked the actual prices of mascots, and those are expensive.
I'll take a damaged one for sure.
Zenith just responds with it. Shh.
Unless you have 100
no noise.
gold to drop on it on a regular one.
I got 14.
God, what are these?
They are magical items.
He just kind of holds it in his hand while he's like this, basically, and he's just like, and like his hair just like relaxes, and it's now like kind of like white clouds, and you see like, I suppose for the first time since meeting Zenith, you see like a lot of like he looks incredibly angry, like he's like, you can see like there's like there's a lot of tension in his neck and stuff, and he's just kind of. And he looks at Belt and he just bursts into tears.
I look over at Bri like,
And he like is just immediately crying in the middle of the library while holding this small like mascot.
Zenith, it's so quiet in here. I feel like people are
can't
gonna look.
cry in the library. There's no
Quiet in the library,
crying
you're
in
right.
the library. I'm like patting him with my wings. Don't be
Have you
crying.
seen people before exam season? They're always crying in the library.
Oh, here we go.
Ah.
Is there? Oh God, this is a miserable place.
Why would anybody come here?
I work here.
I say it like,
Oh, it's
I'm like
not
patting you in the
Brian
ears
being
for listening.
I guess a pass is fine.
Pass is really good. We all got passes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah. You guys do actually get a numerical reward for doing the exams. You get a D4 for the skills that you skill checks that you successfully completed. So where did I go? The first one, which was Arcana, I believe you all passed. So you all get a D4 for once you see 4 bonus to an Arcana check that you so wish.
Cool.
Make sure to mark that down somewhere because I will forget.
Yeah.
And Belt, you get an additional D4 bonus to the insight.
Nice.
Because I have negatives to both of them.
There you go. Yeah,
So
I knew there was a bonus to those.
I have 2 times D4 for insight and 1 D4 for Arcana.
2 for insight? No, you have one each. You have 1 for each skill, Arcana and insight.
Okay.
One-time use, yeah.
Until
It's just kind of like
until you do another exam.
looks at all of. Yeah, true. Zenith just kind of looks at all the books and is like, "Could you maybe help me put these back?"
You got them out.
Bri.
It's
It's not for lift.
Your body is specifically designed for lifting.
Zenith just is kind of laughing at the two of you arguing about this. He's just like, "To be honest, that's all I really needed."
But we do actually have to put these boots away.
You don't know where they go.
Just
It's
show
fine.
me. I've got wings. I pick up a stack and start flying them truly to the wrong place.
Zenith is like absolutely arguing with you where to find it. So let's help him relieve a little bit of stress, I guess.
Cool.
Roy has like a stack of books as well, but reluctantly because he doesn't want to be seen alone at the library.
Could I ask as well? I completely forgot to ask this at the start of the session, but
Mhm.
Cole gave Zenith potions the last day.
He did.
If so, maybe like during the break or after the break, like I'll get notes of them off you because Zenith would have absolutely studied them.
You're right. Yeah.
Just not to like pull random notes off of you in the middle of like something else.
Yeah, no,
You
that's
can
fine.
Get it.
I'll just make sure to open the old notes.
I forgot about
That's
it.
completely
until now.
fine. So with that, you guys return the books to their rightful or not so rightful places among the many shelves in the biblioplex, and and you guys reach level 2.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I didn't segue that great to it, but yeah, you guys level up having completed your first exam,
Yes.
because academic success is the most important thing of all.
Now say it with
Stay-
conviction.
This makes
No.
sense.
I won't.
Now
Academic
there's a reason
success
for me to
is
study.
extremely Zenith voice. Academic success is really important.
Can I just say that I was legitimately sweating through that? I don't
Same.
care for having to relive my exam days.
What are you talking about? You mean you don't remember wistfully back on the halcyon days of your college education?
I studied filmmaking. We didn't have to do exams.
Yeah, I studied animation and
Oh, yeah,
motion
no, bitch,
design.
me neither.
What's an exam? We're all just sitting here like pretending to do exams for the first time.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna design such an academic environment for you guys, the one that I've never been in.
I love
So
fantasy.
guys, I know what academia is like.
I've
I
heard about
watch
it.
ContraPoints.
I've seen it on TV.
I've seen
That's
people
just-
read books.
Yes, I know what those are.
Right,
I've
let's
been
see
to the college in
what I roll
Galway.
for my health.
Yes, you guys can roll for your next hit dice.
Oh, what is that? It's
Cool.
depending on your class.
For a
isn't it?
druid is a D8, I
I
believe.
believe it.
I've got
And for a barbarian, it is a D12.
Nice.
12 HP now.
It's plus your con, right?
Yeah, you add your con bonus to
Perfect.
it.
You can you take just the? Isn't there like is there a flat rate you can take?
You can also take the average roll of the die if you so wish.
Okay.
What's the,
Where
is the
are my
average like
hits?
half?
It's half plus one.
It
I
is.
think.
Yeah, it's half plus 1 because
Well,
of
then I'm
dice
taking
math.
that.
Where do we roll the hit die?
There's I don't think there's any specific window to actually roll a dice for your hit dice,
Okay.
but if you just like roll a D12 and then go back into your character creator, I think that can just
Yeah, I
work.
just can't find like I'm just trying to. I'm got a bit lost. I'm trying to like find my hit dice on D&D
If you go
Beyond.
to your class,
but-
if you go to your class
Sorry, I'll just-
section of the character creator, it should be like up in the top
Okay,
corner.
cool. I'm just gonna roll. Okay.
Yep.
Ooh! I rolled an 8. I get plus 11 to my HP because I've got 3 Constitution.
Zenith is in her bulking
She
era.
dummy thick. So I'm lifting all those
As you
books
guys,
back.
and as you guys lift the books, you see
Zenith.
Zenith's ass cheeks clapping in the
I love that all
biblioplexus
your con is in your
suddenly
ass
just got
cheeks.
incredibly thick.
Zenith suddenly just gets a BBL in the middle of like after the exam. Zenith
Brazilian butt library.
Got a-
Damn.
Brazilian biblioplex butt lift.
Oh.
A BBBL.
No, BBL because biblioplex is one
Biblioplex
word.
is just one word.
Oh right, but you said a Brazilian biblioplex.
Oh no,
butt
I
lift.
said Brazilian and then I took it away. But like,
Oh, okay.
Zenith is
Very
gonna like
important-
read books like
Very
this from
important
now on.
details. You're literally that image of that girl, the baddie walking up, picking up the book, and then becoming like
Yeah.
a Christian fall girl,
Oh, I love that.
but in reverse.
Yeah. But still with a huge ass.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, and
That's so great. Oh, level 2. That's so
I'm all about this
exciting.
life.
yeah,
I have
so
a jack of all trades now.
I have stars.
Nice. I have advantage on dexterity saving throws.
That's
I think you also get reckless attack now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good shit.
That
That's
sounds
good
like the
shit.
most bright thing ever. Reckless attack.
Yeah.
Ah.
And yeah, with that we will just take a wee break, so everyone can, so Zenith can pick their new spells.
Beautiful.
I think you can pick a new spell. I think
Oh,
you
Oh,
get
for me
one.
as
You get one new spell slot, and so does Bell.
oh well. I
They get
mean,
levels.
I don't need to pick any spells because druids know all of their spells already. They just get to
Right? Yeah,
prepare them.
that is correct.
Druids stand
But yeah,
wrong.
I think bards don't though. So
Yeah.
Emery does get
All
to. have
it's
to
always
pick a new
arcane
spell.
casters and I think rangers that have to pick.
Yeah.
I know the randomest.
We-
things, but I don't know much.
But yeah, we'll take a quick 15-minute break, and we will be back to y'all in a jiffy, in 15 minutes exactly.
Exactly.
Ooh, lovely.
That's what I
yeah,
said.
very nicely timed as well.
Love that.
See you in a bit.
Yeah, because we're bang 8.
Bye.
Bye. And we're back. I wanted a dramatic book closing moment. And I found the page I was looking for, so.
It was very much like, oh, you here?
Well, welcome back.
I
We
didn't
missed
see
you.
you there. Welcome.
Welcome to my boudoir.
Oh,
My Bud Light.
love your jar.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
It's the chefy.
Okay. So, as you guys have completed your little detour to the library, the evening is drawing nearer and closer to the time where Greta and Rampart said that they were going to be at the Bozen Tavern having some drinks. It is up to y'all if you wish to join them. That is. So what would you all like?
Right,
How would you
definitely.
like?
I imagine he's already going
Good
through his
friends.
trunks. Sorry, Rampart.
Trunks.
I got to see it and like, right, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to wear something nice, and we're going to feel good, and we're going to go out.
Zenith
Yeah.
is just like, I'm just gonna kind of wear this.
Yeah, but like, I like prestidigitate some like stars and stuff on it.
Oh, okay, you've convinced me.
Brian pops his head right
Right, see, exactly.
and pops his head into your room unannounced and is like, what are you two wearing tonight? Because I won't have you looking like shit.
It's lovely
Well,
to see you
look, I
too,
like-
Bri. You look wonderful. Isn't it nice to greet your friends with nice things?
Yes, to both. I always look great. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing this, and it's got some nice embellishments now.
Embellishments.
God, we're so funny. No.
Oh, he put those on there, did he?
Comedy Central, baby.
Bing bing.
And I was thinking of going, what, like, look, I know I normally go for like kind of like a punk rock vibe, which isn't a thing in this universe yet.
Patent pending.
Patent pending. But I was thinking, like, you know, I might like tart it up a little bit. So I've got these shorts, like tiny little shorts. So basically, all of the feathers from his legs are like hoiked up, so you can just see his tiny little like owl feet coming through.
Okay.
His normal combat boots, and then he's going for like a kind of like a loose-fitting gym vest.
Ooh, like a string top.
Yeah, exactly, like a little bit.
Some belt booby action.
Yeah, some bird mammary glands.
Belt is part owl, not booby.
Oh, stop it.
Awful.
I feel like we're just losing viewers as we say these awful puns.
We had some to begin with.
every pun.
No, don't be silly. Bri, do you have an outfit for us?
I imagine it's something that looks equally magical, overpriced, and not necessarily visually attractive as like the kind of Vanta Black Angelina Jolie robes from before, but
Mhm.
maybe in something kind of like a shifting iridescent, and the fabric is nearly transparent, and it kind of like has a kind of active billow so that you can see
Ooh.
the iridescence. But like also kind of everything underneath besides like maybe some sort of, I don't know, not boxes, but fantasy
A
appropriate
lion
kind
cloth.
of midsection censorship.
Yeah, the
Zenith is
iridescent
like-
is just kind of opaque.
I think Zenith is seeing like everyone put so much more effort in, so he's gonna kind of jerry rig something that he like this a similar outfit to the night before, but like in a different like configuration.
Yeah, I just thought that like if
Art
I just see
system
them
with the-
in the tavern, I'd just wear something casual. Do you know what I mean? Something sort of like mid-price.
Zenith is in the middle of dressing up and being like, casual? But I was wearing casual.
No, it's not casual. It's for us. It's not casual. We're trying hard.
Oh, okay. And then he continues. Zenith is showing more of his like midriff than last time, and like it's kind of like a skirt with like a kind of a like a shawl type thing with like a midriff.
Cool.
Bill turns around and he's just done like eye makeup, but for the first time ever, he's like, "What do you think?" It's just like massive eyes with like eyeliner on.
They have like a cat eye that's
Yeah,
it's like
size
bleeding.
of,
It's like,
the
it's like bleeding like
side of his
into
head.
like the feathers, like all around. But
Really bad cat eye. See, it's great. You look wonderful.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Yes. It's the makeup I've ever seen.
It is that.
Sorry, that was really funny.
That was good. That was good.
Oh god.
Well, shall we? What time are we expected at the Bow's End?
It's kind of like an open thing.
They said Greta said they were going to be there from like 8:30. We're kind of around the time right now.
Oh, how fun!
Oh, does that mean we're? Is it good to be late to these things? Are we supposed to be on time? Should we be going
I
now?
normally turn up at a seasoned 12 if it was an 8 o'clock, but thing about living on this skill ground
Wouldn't
is
it-
there's fuck all else to do, so we might as well just go.
Well, yeah, because then you miss out on 4 full hours of drinking, and that's not, not ideal. We have to optimize.
You can drink 4 full drinks, let alone 4 hours.
I wasn't going to say.
Have we learned to
I-
size our beverages now?
Look, the naked mage doesn't fucking can hold his drink.
Are people still calling you that?
Yeah, it's fun.
I think that was a whole couple of weeks
A
ago.
whole 4 weeks ago, yeah.
Fucking unearned. I don't spend 2 hours a day working on all of this for someone just to notice someone else's body.
Look, people can tell a try hard.
Try hard.
I fly away.
You're
Xena's,
indoors,
kind of
so you just go.
Into a hole. Oh, fuck.
Venus just starts to bound
Door
down the hall,
rights.
feeling very flouncy in his outfit.
All right, yeah. So you guys make your way over to the Bow's End Tavern. So the tavern itself is like kind of a low, squat-looking building, single story, like a veranda out the front with a bunch of outdoor seating, and it's just a cute little building. It seems like it has quite a bit of it's short, but it seems like there's like a big interior. Let me just see if there's like a nice wee little description for it. I'm too lazy to look for it. But yeah, it's a short, squat tavern. The interior, as you enter, is super cozy. Like a lot of it seems to be covered, divided into a couple of sections. Like one side in the front has one color chair, and then back in another color, and that so much. It's like delineated, maybe like in an organizational sense, but there is a center square bar area where there is higher bar counters and stools and stuff for seating. And it looks like it is a buzz with activity. This seems to be quite a busy and many of the older students seem to frequent this pub basically, and there's booths and all of that, and you can see there's people filing in and out of the kitchen at the back with big huge plates of food in their hands, rushing them to tables and stuff. You see a very, very tall and muscular orc individual standing by the bar, looking over everything. You actually recognize one of the bar staff, a scraggly-looking Owlin, who served you drinks at one of the parties that were hosted by the college. And you see as you enter, you hear above the din and hubbub of the tavern, you hear, "Guys, over here!" And you actually see a small little magical spark wave up in the air as Greta, in the very far back, tries to signal you with her very short dwarf. You're muted, Dahi.
I'm sorry, there was noise in
Or
the background.
first, you're
so-
muted. Ooh.
You're muted. You're muted. No, sorry. To get through like the crowd, like Zenith has been kind of like very much like in a much like brighter mood than like after the exam. I think he's trying to like fake it to make it a little bit, but he kind of bounds into the tavern, and to get through the bit of the crowd and to find them, I'm going to cast levitate on myself. I get it. I'm an air genasi, so I'm gonna like with one of my bounds. I just seem to get lighter and lighter, and I just kind of skip and start to like hover a little bit, like through the crowd in a just to like clear people out of the way, because that's a bit abnormal. People are gonna be like, what the fuck? What's this floating person?
You
I'm just
would
gonna
think
bound
so,
towards Greta.
but
I'm
people
gonna like
don't get
kind
out
of
of
like
your way.
I'm gonna kind of like bob and weave through them. I'm gonna like try and move through them like the breeze.
Okay, can I get like a dexterity check from you for that? Just
Sure.
see how elegantly you
Yeah,
pass
let's
through
do
the
it.
crowd.
That is what is my dexterity? Who is she? Is it just dexterity
Mhm.
check? No, like, yeah, fab. That's a 19.
A 19, yeah. You glide and weave and twirl through the crowd. Your hair floating and spinning around with you, and you land very, very peacefully in front of a small table that is seated for 5 or 6 people, among a large group of tables at this back room. And you can see Greta and Rampart are there already with the tankard in their hands. Like, oh, so glad you guys can make it. Yeah. Hey. And
Hello.
yeah, so you guys are able to get a table. They reserved these for you guys. And yeah, and Greta is just like, oh, is Cole not coming?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I haven't really seen him around.
I mean, he goes to
Well,
class,
he's not
but
around.
around the
Belts, are
door.
you okay? Do you have an itch on your neck?
Yeah, it's this new vest.
He's fine.
Oh, okay. But yeah, no, I mean that's fine. Yeah. But
Why are you
yeah,
saying that?
no, not really. I don't really have any classes with him.
Who are we with? Is it just?
It's
Is it
just Greta and Rampart.
Okay, cool.
She says something about like, Rosie and whatever they had extracurricular. They had their group or whatever on this evening.
Is Bri overdressed?
Yes, Greta and Rampart are like in like streetwear. They're just like super like
Yeah.
they're like, well, you guys look really good, fancy. I feel
was-
a little underdressed.
Oh, perhaps we're a little tad overdressed. And Zenith like pulls his hair down out of the pinned up
In
like updo he
fairness,
has.
Rampart themselves, they are kind of always decked out in like some degree of like finery, and they are still wearing like full armor, and the warhammer they always carry around is still like at their side, but like
Wow.
that is kind of their for like interpretation of casual wear. So like it's different folks, different strokes.
Bri having seen and sensed this and looking around, is like, well, where I'm from, a party's a bigger affair, I guess. And like taps a brooch on his chest, and the fabric that had before been kind of like oil on water, just like comes to a still kind of. Just looks like maybe now he's just wearing like a thin fabric, like a thin weave or something, that's just, I don't know, cream coloured. Uh-oh. My internet's gone. Hang on.
And we're back.
And
Again.
I know
Nowhere.
an internet hiccup, and so it took everything down. I apologize. That's on me.
Just a little bit. Don't
It's okay.
Don't
It
apologize.
happens.
It's
We've
okay.
had some Pepto-Bismol and we're back at it.
Maybe it was
We couldn't
just.
have one stream that just like went perfectly technology-wise.
No.
If this is the
You're
if
not
this is
allowed
the
to
only
have that.
hiccup, I'm happy. Like this is like that's fine.
You're not allowed
Hey,
to
mate.
have that, Jake.
Yeah.
So-
No, fuck you. Yeah. So you guys are at the tavern. You guys have gotten the table. You're with Greta and Rampart, and one of the staff comes up to you and asks to take your order. And doesn't this place? I think this place has a menu. Let me see if they actually. There's a written down menu somewhere.
Regardless, Edith is going to get a red wine.
A red wine. Red wine.
I like how you went Gaga and I went Star.
Yes.
Oh my
okay,
god,
cool.
yeah.
Um.
I did the red
Yeah,
wine.
so you guys-
Red wine, she says a red one.
Red
It's
wine.
like,
Red one.
it's like
Maybe.
a record company thing.
It is.
So you guys have a couple of options for the menu. You guys can order. There's they serve drinks. Regular non-alcoholic drinks are just a copper piece, and premium drinks with alcohol are 4. And you can order a stew for 2 silver, or you can get Curtis Special, which this week is called macaroni and sausages.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Goodness.
Little hot dogs in it.
It kind of sounds nice.
Yeah, it is.
It
Macaroni
does,
cheese
too,
and hot
actually.
dogs is like a real.
It sounds very student.
I'll just slather it in sriracha, and
Yeah.
I'm sold.
Like a bachelor's pasta and sauce that you've put some,
Kraft
like,
cheese.
Yeah, that you've put.
Yeah,
hot
yeah,
dogs
all
in.
across Nichols.
Bury that. Yeah, I'll just get red wine.
Perfect. Yeah, and everyone can order drinks and whatever. And the food will, anyone who orders food, it'll be there in a little bit. And as you are all chillaxing and chatting and stuff, Belts, you feel a little tap, tap, tap on your shoulder. And
My
a very
head's 180s round.
Oh, my sweet little brother, what have we here? A little celebration? What are you toasting to?
Yes.
And you turn, and right behind you is your older sister, Liana, and 2 of her Silver Quill's second year friends.
Oh, my darling sister, what a sight it is to behold you. We are, celebrating. We all passed our first exam.
Oh, wonderful! Exams can be so stressful. I remember a student that failed their first exam in our year, and they fell into the Witherbloom pests. Anyway,
But you're
Part
here
of
fine.
business. Oh yes, I aced all of my exams.
Oh, it's interesting. I think it's funny that you say you aced yours because I also aced my first one.
Oh, did you?
And he
I'm at
stands
that
up
table, aren't
to
I?
his full
That's so
height.
funny. What'd you say, Zenith?
I am at that table, and I'm assuming I'm hearing this
Oh yeah,
conversation.
no, yeah. This is like they're like right there. Like it's not.
It's
It's not a
just
big.
kind of like,
Who's the bird?
I believe he referred to her as dear sister, so I'm going to assume it's his sister.
Sounds like they're both pretty clever.
Oh, dear brother, are these your friends? Are these your lovely little ragtag group?
Right?
This is
Zenith
Brian.
Starbreeze, and I extend a hand.
Liana Gracewing, and she extends her hand with a flourish.
I would like to know if she's bluffing about acing her exams.
You want to make an insight check?
Fully do.
Cool.
Oh, I'm gonna.
I would
waste
also
the
like to know
bardic
this-
on this.
Well, what are you doing to help Zenith with this?
Shooting daggers into the eyes of my sister.
Okay, yeah, you're
Claw.
picking Zenith. Yeah, you can Zenith will pick up on those social cues. I'll say
Just about.
that's I'll say you're helping instead of
Okay,
okay,
Bardic.
It's just a 9.
She's hard to read.
And then Zenith just kind of like leaves a nod and then brings his hand back.
And she's like, "What lovely outfits you and your friends are sporting this evening." A little, I mean, it's not really the scene for Bozen Tavern, but I'm sure. I mean, like maybe you guys are going to an after party or something.
Yeah.
But
We're invited
you
to
all-
multiple after parties.
Oh, wonderful! I hope you have a wonderful time at those after parties.
I will if they're far away from you.
Well, I certainly hope so. I wouldn't want to be near any party hosted by or attended by you. But it was so lovely meeting you and all of your little friends.
By the way, that's Bry, that's Greta, and that is Rampart.
Hi. Hi. They're just kind of like, they're like at the other end of the table, so they're not like, and it's kind of loud in here, so they might not have like caught like the entire conversation, but they're just like, oh, what's, hi. But yeah, and as Liana turns, she kind of shifts one of her wings a little bit, and Belt, the drink that you were having gets knocked over, and the drink spills all over you and your lovely string top. And she said, "Oh, I'm so clumsy. Oh,
Not very
it's like my
graceful
food
of
is
you,
here.
dear.
I gotta go." And she, like, very, very quickly to go and wherever she's sitting, somewhere towards the front.
Wow.
Zenith just like grabs Belt's shoulder and is like, I'll replace that as a celebration for acing your exams.
Don't worry. I click and press the digitate to clean myself up.
Zenith orders another drink for Belt then as
Yeah.
well.
That's perfectly fine.
Bitch, eh?
Yeah, she fucking is.
I mean, okay, you said it. I'm just gonna let you say it. She seems sharp.
She is the perpetual
Point.
thorn in my side.
Pointy is the vibe.
I didn't. Greta like leans in, she's like, I didn't quite get everything. Was like, are you okay?
I'm
Who
so
was that?
good. That's my bitch of a sister. We need to party down right now.
What? Oh,
Right
what?
now.
That's a bit short. Are you? What?
Is there a performance space in this tavern?
There is, yeah. Bosun Tavern hosts performers like every other day, like during the week. And anyone, it's kind of like open mic kind of situation. Like, and they're like between like you guys are at the back, and there's like a long stretch of wooden floor that is kind of like open, like, and it's behind the bar. It seems to be like an open space, and within eye shot of a lot of people.
I would like to go up there and improvise a song called "My Sister's a Cunt," and play for all the people here.
You can absolutely do that. Please make a performance check.
I'm going to use my background feature, which is allowing me to roll with advantage because it's my family's trade is performing.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Thank God, that's a 21.
21. All right. So, yeah.
Is it doing it again?
Yeah. So, Brian, Zenith, you just see Belt kind of like whoosh, fly off like 20 or 30 feet like away, and like in front of the entire pub. Belt just kind of like swings the band door around forward, and with a ding, and then and like absolutely just shreds on the guitar, and like his gravelly voice like screaming lyrics about how much his sister is a cunt.
That's the whole lyrics.
Yeah, and it carries, it adds to it adds very much so to the din and clamor of the bar. But people seem to like, people are like, oh, was there a, I didn't know there was a gig on tonight. Somebody, oh, who's that? And people are like, you're performing incredibly well. Your energy is very contagious, and people are just kind of like, yeah, my sister's a cunt too, like that kind of thing.
Zenith's like very just like quickly turns to Brian. It's like, I don't have a sister. I can't relate, but I like his energy.
I don't either. I mean, both my parents were
Greg's like,
back in the day, so maybe
my
I do.
sister's
I
pretty
never met
cool.
Fair.
Yeah, Rembrandt's like, oh, sounds cool.
He's very good. He's very talented. Our belt.
Yes.
Yeah, and as you guys are like kind of like there, one of the bar staff comes up to you guys. It's like, and it's the young Owlin bartender who used to serve drinks before, Javanish, and he's like, hey, is that your friend?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Oh, okay. Oh, he's killing it.
Oh, thank God.
He's very good.
Thought you were about to throw us out. I'd never been more embarrassed.
Well, normally we like to arrange the live performances a little bit beforehand, but the crowd seems to be enjoying it. I mean, it's not exactly the chilled, relaxed interior kind of lounge music that we normally go for, but
He told us.
hey, it's the first.
He told us he'd play for the night if you would comp the drinks for the table.
Did he?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
Did he? Zenith just turns around. Did he? Oh, I must have missed that part with all of the sister nonsense.
Well, tell him to just come up to the bar afterwards, and we can maybe arrange something a little bit more regular, if he so wishes.
So we got paid tonight.
I don't want to. He seems to be really in the zone and hating his sister right now, so I don't really want to get in on that. But
It ends with me flying up, spinning round, and then like slamming down into the ground with the final chord.
oh,
And it just ends with "Can't."
yeah, cool. So yeah, you hear a kind of a light applause from anyone who is listening, which is like a good portion of the bar.
Zenith is like overly like clapping.
And the large orc individual who was looking over everything earlier comes up to you, Belts. It's like, oh, hey there. That was pretty sick shredding you got there. You kind of like pats you on the back, but like he's huge, so it's like, what's your name, young man?
My name's Belt, buddy. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Tolk. I run
Nice
this
to
bar.
meet you, Tolk. You have a good ear.
Thank you. I try to scout talent here for the weekly performances here at the. I know. Normally we like to arrange things a little bit beforehand, but spur of the moment thing. Nothing wrong with that. People
Rock and
sometimes
roll
just.
is very spur.
We've got a
of the
lot
moment.
of performers here, so no hard feelings, and you absolutely you shredded it out there. Where are you? Are you eating here tonight?
Yeah, my friends are over there, and I point to the table.
Oh
Do we see him point?
Yeah. If you guys are looking at him.
Out. I knew I was right. I knew I was right.
Hi, Belt! Zenith is just shouting like, "Hi, Belt!"
We don't know him. Let him
Hi,
get to know
Z.
himself.
He is our friend. Bright
That's my
means
best
he is our
friend,
friend.
Brian Z. My other best friend Cole isn't here, but he's also my best friend.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, no, we can. Yeah, let's get a round of drinks for your table there. No worries. Jav, can you go sort those out? And the Alan is like, yeah, sure. Go starts to like sort out drinks and stuff for your table. He's like, and yeah, I'll get a plate of something sent over to you guys. No, we're on the house. Yeah, that was a killer performance. So we like to support the musicians here.
I appreciate it.
All right. And he goes back to his work. Drinks are brought to you guys' table. Wonderful little cocktails. And you guys are. And if you, Zenith, I'll get you to make a perception check. You probably have the highest.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think I do. I think it's +5.
Yeah.
Ooh, +5 is not good enough. I don't think that is a. I just have to double check if it's +5.
Yeah,
it is +5. It's a 10.
A 10. Yeah. No. You. Yeah. You're kind of a little bit overwhelmed by just all of the noise and stuff. You don't notice anything specific, but you do. It's very clangy. You guys are also really close to the kitchen as well, so there's a lot of noise coming from there as well. But yeah, you do actually. All of you notice as a flash. You hear the kaboof kaboof the doors open at the back, and like a flash of red as a student with a group enter. A short blonde student with long flowing hair, jovially chatting with two Weatherbloom students at either side. She actually kind of seems a little bit familiar to you guys. You remember her from like the very first day. She was one of those twins that were actually like in those duels. Like you remember saying that they were like second years and stuff, and that they like saved the campus and whatever. But all eyes in the tavern just seem to kind of like acknowledge that she has entered the building, and yeah, she seems to. This seems to be like her regular haunt, and she sits down at one of the tables close to the bar with her two friends, and pretty. And it looked like that table had been like reserved, and like it seems like the very air in the tavern has shifted, and like as if there's kind of like a different kind of energy and buzz now, and like yeah, the vibe. She brings a different vibe, and like everybody has kind of seemed to have noticed.
Yeah.
But her brother, who was clad in blue, is notably absent.
Bry probably stands right up and looks at the rest of his companions at the table and says, "There's one thing I've learned from my life in the city, is that you got to know when to hobnob and who with." And like slaps his little brooch, and like his like robes start to get magical and billow again, and he heads over to talk to the blonde student.
Okay.
Xena immediately just turns to Belt and is like, "Hobnob?"
I don't know. This is going to end badly, I think. I do want to watch it though.
Yeah. So Bri, as you waltz over, you can see somebody has already brought drinks to the table, and this blonde girl, and her two friends. One is a merfolk individual, blue scaly skin, and the other one is seemingly elfish with pointy ears, dark skin, curly hair, and they're just kind of chatting away as friends do, and but you do kind of draw the eye as well, and they do notice a 7 foot tall lion person walking towards them,
Shimmering.
yeah, and there was like, oh, and so what do you do, Bri? And you as you approach the table.
Hiya, pleasure to meet you. My name's Bry.
Oh,
Bry or
Rowan.
Grios Weavermain III. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard a lot about you. I thought I'd come over and introduce myself. You seem like a very excellent person.
I wouldn't know about excellent, but Rowan, Kenrith, and she extends a hand to you.
He shakes it and he sits himself down at the table.
Yeah, and as your hand kind of like grasp it, you feel a little bit of a static prick as you like reach out, and she's like, "Oh, sorry, can't help it sometimes."
What's wrong? You got a battery in your pocket?
A what?
Oh, it's a kind of inner city alchemy that's used by modern inventors to kind of store magical energy for usage later in machines. Of course, like the reason I know that is that my family is obviously very prominent in the production world.
Oh, I hadn't heard about that. Haven't really been outside the campus, really, but that sounds very interesting. Batteries, you say? That's quite curious, but
Here is a working title. I don't know if it'll stick.
It does. It sounds rather violent. Battery, you batter something.
I hadn't thought of that before. That's a very astute observation.
Oh, thank you.
Can I get a drink?
I'm all right. I've sorted. I keep trying to tell Tulk to not throw drinks at us, but I'm not going to say no to a few rounds. But I suppose if you're buying, I'm not going to say no.
Yeah, no worries. And he looks for the owlin, and if he can catch eyes, he's going to snap his fingers at him.
Yeah, you do so. Yeah, you have the advantage of a very large physical presence, and also being at a very a table close to the bar, and Rowan's like, Ron sees you do this, and she's like, "Oh no, don't worry about that. I'll get it." And she like goes up to Javanish, and who is like kind of like shooting daggers at you, she says a quick few words to him. He's like, you see him nod kind of, and she goes back. Yeah, Jav's a bit of a prickly fellow, but makes good drinks.
I look forward to it.
So, I haven't seen you around before, Bri. Are you a first year or?
Yeah, just started just a couple of weeks ago. You're a second year, right? You and your brother?
Yes, yeah. Both Prismari here.
Where is your brother?
Oh, I don't know. Probably off studying somewhere. Nose buried in a book, as he always does.
Fair enough. You two look thick as thieves. I thought maybe you'd spend a bit of casual time together as well.
We might be twins and we might look alike, but we do differ quite a bit. I like to have fun.
I'm so sorry. I haven't met many twins. If I spoke out of turn, I did not mean to. I'm a very, very good person.
Right, yeah, no, interests.
Sorry, my internet shook there again. What did she say? I don't know why I'm having such
She
a
said,
sketchy night with internet-wise.
The fall of the British Empire, probably.
Hooray!
Fingers crossed. Just kidding. Unless
You just get like pasted over. The BBC has cancelled this following production somehow. Like,
they fucking got us. No, you know, she was just saying that her and her twin brother are nothing alike.
Right.
But yeah, drinks come to the table, and Javanas is still kind of like giving you a dirty look, but he doesn't say anything. And he's like, "Here you go, Rowan. Here you go, Patty, Sylvia. Here you go. Here you go." And he just goes off.
Bri leaves a gold on the tray. Like, not prompted, but while he's putting the drinks down, as soon as it's clear of drinks, he just drops it on the tray with, like, barely making any eye contact.
Right, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, and Javanesh goes off with that. You're not looking at him, so you don't see what he's doing, but yeah. So, and Browan is like, so, very, very interesting outfit you have there, Bri. Is that looks quite fabulous.
Thank you. It's by the sorcerer designer Lamp.
Lamplants. I haven't heard of them.
Yes, LaPlante. Yeah.
No, that's quite interesting. I mean.
Oh, you've heard of his work?
No,
made
that's quite interesting.
For my body, he's used to making these kind of bespoke garments for people who are much thinner in frame, let's say, because of course I'm very large and muscular.
Ah, that's also true. And let's see, is there anything? Oh, no. I was trying to. I also just remembered there are two other people at the table, and I'm like, what? Who are these people?
He's probably
yeah.
been quite like laser focused and pretty ignorant to the other people on the table because he doesn't know.
Yeah,
who they are.
I mean, like they're
a mover and shaker Rowan. So
yeah, they're kind of like, I'll just say they're like chatting like amongst themselves passively to Rowan and like other people around the bar. So like yeah, but like just you two like they're just kind of like chatting at the minute. And yeah, and Rowan's like, oh, I can't say I'm too familiar with the local fashion or anything. My brother and I are from a very far away place.
Very far. How far? Where are you from?
Oh, just a small. Oh, just you wouldn't have heard of it, and don't worry. I mean, no one has really.
I'm pretty well travelled.
Oh, well, it's just a small. It's just a small little estate on the other side of the continent.
I understand. Probably wouldn't know it then. I mostly sort of visit the large towns and cities, you know. Not really one for the rustic, you understand.
Yes, I'm sure. Brian, can I get you to make an insight check?
Yes. Is this whether he notices how absolutely unwelcome he is?
No, actually.
It's a 10.
It's a 10. Okay, yeah. You're kind of surprised like how she seemed quite unflappable until you asked like where she's from, and then she kind of like stumbled over her words a bit, kind of like how Ralph did just there. But that's kind of she's like, oh, that's kind of weird, but yeah, you don't seem to have noticed anything else in particular. But yeah, she's like, so how are you finding Strixhaven?
Just passed my latest exam. Of course, it's you know, I'm a very academic kind of person. I've been doing great. Yeah.
It couldn't be me. I almost failed my first year. But
oh yeah, me too. But you know, you got to put a lot of really put the work in, and you got to have the kind of adhesion to like study and stuff. And I overcome it. Yeah.
Right, yeah, well, good on you. But yeah, Brian, it's been lovely chatting, but I've got I don't want to leave my two friends here hanging.
I came here with people.
So I'm sure you have got plenty of friends to be hanging out with.
Yeah, like I can't stay. It's been absolutely lovely, but I'm afraid I do have to go. So, Rowan, you've been fantastic company. Thank you for talking to me. Thank you for the drink. I'll be off, and I hope to see a lot more of you.
Well, take care.
Have a nice one, Rowan. Have a goodie. Be a baddie.
What? Okay. And she like turns to like her friends, and they kind of like lean in, like hush talk about something you can't hear. And you make your way back to the table, where Belt, you've been enjoying some free drinks and talking with Greta and Rampart, and Zenith, you've also been there. What have you guys been talking about?
Probably the fact that Bryce just fucked off to see like the most popular girl in school.
Yeah.
I think Zenith has mostly been like, I mean, he does want to, you know, make connections here, and I mean, I think he should. I think he should go for it. He's been very supportive about the whole endeavor.
Yeah,
Who's he, the cat's dad?
Brian, sit down. I've got something to tell you.
He sits down.
Right, so you know how on our first day we heard about the twins saving the people and stuff?
Yeah.
Right, and you just met my bitch of a sister.
Yeah.
She was here when it all went down. She's in the same year as them. And she came back when the attack happened, and she was like, not in a good way. And I was like, this is great, fuck her. But at the end of the day, you know, my sister is a bitch, but she's still my sister. And it fucked her up. And I think it fucked up quite a few people.
So like physically, or was the damage
both, I think. I think it was both. Obviously, we're at a school for magic, so people can be healed of physical stuff, but mental stuff's a bit different.
It takes much longer to heal.
Yeah, exactly.
Did he ever tell you what happened?
Fuck no.
Oh, my sister knows. My sister was there, and you hear Greta chime in, like,
what
happened? Well, I mean, like, she gave me the long and short. She wasn't really around for it. She was on a placement at the time off campus, so she wasn't there for the attack, but she was brought back right after for security. But she said that there was this group called the I don't know, the Auric or something, and they just really hated the college or something like that, and they brought in a bunch of these like mage hunting monsters that can like sense like magic, and they just like attacked the entire campus, and the leader tried to like blow up the biblioplex or something. Like,
how awful.
Yeah, like over like I think it was like 50 or something students died.
Oh, that's so upsetting.
But
You were fully talking about books.
But the twins,
Yeah,
but
fully.
the twins saved us somehow. I don't know what their deal is, but they must have some wicked magic.
Zenith is gonna look over towards Rowan and is gonna like see if he can discern anything extraordinary about her magically. Like, is there anything about her that like radiates like very powerful magic?
You can make an Arcana check if you like.
Sure, I will do that.
Which you do have an extra D4 for from your exam.
I do. That is
Magic and magical things is at the 4 of your mind.
17.
17. Yeah, you noticed it when when she walked in, and also the fact that you are an air genasi. You are extra sensitive to the movements and conditions of the air around you and in the environment. And ever since this Rowan girl has stepped into the building, you've felt a very heaviness in the air and a buzzing, and also the faint smell of ozone, like right before a thunderstorm.
Yeah.
She can't be that good
This
with magic.
scene's just kinda
She
like-
fucking gave me an electric shock when I shook her hand. And she doesn't know anything about the sorcerer, passion designer, LaPlante.
And
Well,
you're
I don't know
gonna-
who that
it's like,
is, but
oh, my sister loves LaPlante.
This is bespoke LaPlante.
Oh, I must introduce you properly. She didn't get to see you the other night.
You can
Is
borrow
that
it
how
if you
it's
like,
pronounced?
sizes.
LaPlante?
is that from Heavenfell, or is it from more your side of the world? Bry. Lamplante? I'm not familiar with this dialect.
I don't buy it. Other people buy it for me.
Yes, understandable. But I did notice this Rowan is... I can't really describe it, but I almost feel like the room is about to explode with her here. So being an air genasi, I'm very sensitive to how the air feels, and right now I feel a little bit unsafe. I'm not going to lie.
I think that's why I felt a little zip when she touched me.
I think she might have a very powerful affinity to perhaps the sky. Perhaps the sky.
And
Excuse
as
me
you
a
guys
moment.
are,
And
like,
Zenith is gonna get up and like attempt to go towards him.
okay, and Greta's like, you
See.
okay? And yeah, so Zenith, do you glide?
Oh yeah, fully. I'm still under my gliding.
Yeah.
I'll still glide.
Yeah, so you've probably been like sitting like crisscross applesauce, like floating above your chair or something. Yeah, you glide
And
over.
I'll kick off the table and I'll glide and kind of slide along the bar, and I'll be like, "Excuse me,
Oh, hi.
greetings, Zenith Starbreeze. I believe you're Rowan.
Yes, that's me.
I have a question. Are you from the sky?"
From the sky?
Yes, because I'm from the sky, and I get this feeling like Zenith is kind of noticeably like holding back a little bit from her because her aura is a bit strong. He's like, you have this feeling of crackling energy, this something cloud-like about you. Are you from there?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. No, I'm from
Oh,
my home.
that's fine. I will leave you to your night, and Zenith will push off and float back.
Okay.
Felt like
Bye.
collect him as you like floated over.
And Zenith now lets the spell drop and kind of slumps onto the chair. It's like, oh,
Tell me that went well.
really hoping.
Because I really laid some solid foundations, and if you've just cracked them,
right. Sure. I'll just pretend that we're not talking or something.
no, I mean,
I
like,
don't
did
know.
you make her
I
laugh?
just-
Was she receptive? Like, did the conversation go well?
Oh. I thought you meant that you didn't want to. I don't know. She said she wasn't from the sky. Ugh.
Right, fine. No, you're
Well-
fine. I'm just saying that, like, we're obviously now fortunately or unfortunately, intertwined as a group socially, and everybody knows that. So we could, if you'd have gone over there and it had gone well, then actually we're kind of like making more connections, you see. We're kind of...
But going well was if she was from the sky. That's what I was after. I'm not understanding.
Some people are from the sky, Bri.
I don't think you can just...
Yes, I'm from the
You
sky.
can just kind of float over the tables and ask someone if they're from the sky.
Well, if somebody floated over the tables and asked me if I was from the sky, I would say yes, and I would have a lovely conversation.
Because he's from the sky.
Thank you.
Wait, what do you mean by you're from the sky?
When...
And Greta,
It's because it's where I'm from. It's because it's where I'm from.
But I mean, like, the sky is, like, so big. Like, is there, like, a specific part of the sky? Or, like...
That's what I'm trying to find out. I don't know where, but I know I'm from.
Wait, so you just, like, fell out of the sky, like, as a baby?
I mean, that's what I was told.
And you didn't, like...
It's why I have...
That must be, like... Greta's, like, in her head, like... How'd you not, like, die from the impact?
Well, I don't know if I fell, but I was delivered, apparently.
Probably just, like, floated down a little bit.
By, like, what? I mean, like...
I can float.
My mom used to say that, like, storks delivered little baby dwarves into the little rock holes in the ground, but...
That's humanoid stuff. No, I believe I was delivered from my people by my god to... And Zenith is like semi-realizing how crazy this sounds, but he's full send going into it now because he's already in it. Delivered to do something here, but I want to find out where I'm from.
But you already said you're from the sky.
Yes, but as you said, the sky is very vast and vacuous. What part, which star do I hail from? This is my... In essence, this is why I'm here. This is...
Or like just the sky?
No, I don't know my parents. I don't know who they are. I've lived in a temple all my life. I was delivered as a baby. I was left in a basket with this, and I pull out my astrolabe and I just give it a spin. And this is supposedly how I find my way back.
Okay. Alright, so is it like a puzzle?
Yes, and I start like furiously like just like twisting it and like
So
changing it around.
Your dad could be a cloud.
Exactly. Or perhaps...
Or the
star.
whole sky.
Or the entire sky. It could be anything. Or my mother could be rain. She could be wind. I don't know.
Here.
See, it's just like...
Like if you cried.
This sounds like nonsense, but it was the stories I've been told my entire life. And I believe them.
I grab...
And I'm going to find...
your, like, the cuffs, and I'm like, you believe them. It's real.
I do. Yes, I'm from the sky.
You are from the fucking sky.
Thank you. See, this is the kind of conversation I was hoping to have with her, but clearly she's not from the sky, and I've possibly offended her somehow, but why would you be offended from me?
When I was asking where she was from, she couldn't give a good answer. I've been to lots of places. Like, fair enough, mostly just the inside of a carriage, right? You know, I've got to travel in... this kind of body needs a lot of rest, right? But
Can I mull it over and think, like, did it feel like she was lying to me when she said she wasn't from the sky?
You can make an insight check if you like.
Sure.
If you're trying to go over it.
It's like 7.
7? Yeah, well, you're not totally sure. Like, she said she wasn't from the sky, so she mustn't be from the sky.
Yeah. People are generally pretty truthful about where they're from, so it's kind of weird that she wasn't.
Well, I mean, some people perhaps don't want to give out information to random strangers, too. I'm not to be offensive, Brian, but she doesn't know you before tonight.
Oh, she will. She'll know, Brian.
Yes, will, and then possibly you might learn where she's from, if that's even important, which it's probably not, because she's not from the sky.
But that's the thing. We've worked out where she's not from, which narrows down where she is from.
To land.
There we go. Or water.
At least. Or she could be from the sea. Well, I don't think somebody with such an affinity for it.
Was she like stormy? Because that could be the sea.
I don't think she's from money, because there are some people who are from money who like just can't shut up about like the reputation of their family and where they're from and stuff like
I
that.
don't think I've ever met anyone
No,
like
me
that. Yeah, but she seemed quite. She seemed. Well, I suppose I did float up to her and ask her if she was from the sky. Is that weird?
Oh,
I'd like
That's
that.
normal, I think.
Terribly charismatic, and I approached her normally, and she was pretty cagey. So I don't think you were on a winning side.
well, here's the
Okay,
thing
perhaps.
as well. Like, clearly, people, and I like pull in Rampart and Greta as well. And like, look, clearly, we're like a very cool bunch, but we're still first years. We've got to like make the impressions right before we can make more friends. We've got to be people that people want to be friends with, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
I
Rampart's
think
like,
I'm there.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't
think-
really follow.
Yeah, but like as a group, do you know what I mean? Because we've got us, and then we've also got Rosie, Miff, and Bip,
yeah.
and Cole.
and Cole, and Aurora, and like that's like a cool, fun gang. But
I feel like Cole and Aurora are very cool. I feel like
agree.
they could make.
Yeah,
friends.
they're so cool. And Greta like is like kind of like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Greta, you're cool too, though.
So
Oh yeah, I
you're
know. I know I'm cool. I'm just not cool
Yeah.
like they're cool. You know, they're
It's
like
just
they're
different
so
kinds of
cool. And I'm like cool, but they're like cool.
well,
you
they're
know?
like
Yeah.
exactly.
I didn't have the words to express it, but they are cool.
Yeah.
So we need to be
And we're-
working on our brand.
Yeah, exactly. Like my whole thing.
You want us to get branded?
It's
We
something
could get
that
matching
sounds-
tattoos.
It's something that us major city entrepreneurial types use to describe, like, what you'd put on a sign and stuff like that, you know, like how you sell yourself. Like,
Oh.
imagine that we were a stall at a market, you see. That market needs to sell the fruit, right? We're the fruit, but we can also choose what the stall looks like and where we position it and who we're talking to, you understand?
So, we're the shopkeeper, the fruit, the designers, are we just
I
everyone?
think we are.
Yeah.
And
it's-
I think
If I was a fruit, I'd be a pineapple.
I
And Rampart like chimes in.
honestly.
Pineapples are wonderful. I think I'd be a papaya.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, I've never had papaya.
We should get
It's
papayas.
beautiful. You should try the seeds. It's a great detox, but don't have it too often.
Oh, okay.
Right, what
cool.
would you be?
Uh,
Like a melon?
I mean, we all
I feel like
fruit.
Bri would be a
But,
dragon fruit
I
or
was going to
something.
say dragon fruit.
I feel like you're ostentatious enough for dragon fruit.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Austin.
It's another 5 gold word. I can teach it to you later. It's fine.
For 5 gold.
I'll take that as a compliment.
What would I be?
Grape.
I like grapes.
No,
Grapes are
I
nice.
feel like you're.
Grapes make wine, and let's get drunk.
Hi.
And Zenas just clinks to that and
Clink.
lips.
Oh, I've got a little internet drop again. Okay, it's back. It's back.
What?
I had a little
You
internet
good?
drop after the clink.
Oh.
Okay, bro, are we okay?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Everything's good.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, so and as you guys as the evening goes on a little bit, you
That's the BBC coming
Uh,
for our necks, guys.
oh shit, I gotta get this down.
We're all
This is a
straight.
BBC friendly stream.
Just turn it upside down so they don't see the arrow.
Yeah, so you guys as you guys are having your drinks and such, eventually as the evening goes on a little bit, you suddenly there's a big, you hear a clang 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 from inside the kitchen, and the kitchen is very loud, like right near you guys, like the door is like maybe like 10 feet away, and you hear just a panicked like shouting and yelling from the kitchen, and suddenly the chef bursts out from the doors, kaboof, and steam is just billowing and rolling out of the thing, and this small dwarven woman with long braids and dark skin, she's flapping her arms wildly, and she's like, the steam, it's too spicy, the soup tried to feckin' eat me, someone help.
The chef.
Good.
She makes all the food. We need to help.
And the clamor of the tavern, in the clamor of the tavern, the chef's cries, they do not carry as much as she had hoped. Tulk spots her though from like the center of the bar, and But as the billowing steam rolls out, you can see it actually starts to form and shape these tiny little creatures, like small impish little bodies and spindly wings and large beaked faces, and they start to like pour into the room and start to assault basically anyone they see within sight. The steam, as when it touches skin, burns, and the room is suddenly very hot and very humid, like a sauna. And the students are leaping off of their chairs as more and more steam is rolling out of the kitchen, and also from the other side of the room as well. And the students are getting attacked by these tiny little creatures and just starting to up and try and get away. And through the clamor and stuff, people are not they're not seeing the chef who is clearly in distress. But you guys are still quite close. The steam has blasted your face, and you're quite warm and sweaty now. But what do you do?
Can I start to beat
You're muted, Zenith.
my
Sorry.
wings, put the steam away from people?
Yeah, you can try. Yeah.
My powerful wings.
I'd like to
blast.
run towards the
Greta
chef.
is stepping out of his lamp plant and
Yeah, and Greta or Remper are like, is she okay? And the chef is like, my new recipe, it went completely wrong. And he's like, yeah. So what are you doing, Dai?
I'd like to just run towards her and inspect to see if she's grievously injured or burned.
She's got a
badly
couple of
or-
burns on her hands and arms, clearly from steam and hot temperatures. You can also see her apron is covered in a grayish viscous substance as well.
I kind of immediately run and put an arm around her and said, well, let's get those burns treated firstly, okay? And I start to pull her away from the kitchen because that's where all the shit's happening.
And as you guys are trying to and they're just there's some of my assistants are still in there, and
Oh, goodness.
and
Oh shit! Let's get the soup.
and Greta's like, we don't count everybody dying in the kitchen. That's just bad for that. They'll close the whole pub down. And
People poison the food if people die in the kitchen. It's bad juju.
yeah, and Greta and Rampart
Also-
head into the double doors.
Yeah, I fly in.
Brian
there
had
as
probably
well.
already been heading over
Yeah,
there as well, just out of nosiness more than anything, after folding his lamp plant and leaving it on the table.
Wait, are you
It's
naked
still
now?
undulating.
Just in that dense.
I'll
black
follow
underwear.
after, but
Oh, okay. Speedos.
as I follow after, I'm gonna turn into my starry form.
Okay, cool.
Fucking hell.
Constellation of the cup.
The cup. Cool. So
The
if
cup.
y'all
Cup.
can hop over to Roll20 for a wee little combat map.
Cool. Yeah, I'll switch it over one.
Arcavios
Combat map time.
Oh, I need to
Combat
drag
time. It's a map
players
for
over. There we
combat.
go. Oh, am I gonna have to do that thing again to
Combat.
assign folks their characters? 1 second. Objects, tokens.
Mayhaps.
Mayhaps. Settings. Yeah, controlled by Dai. Save. Controlled by belts. Where's the blah 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 blah? Oh yeah. Save, and then for Bright, you guys should be able to see the map with the character tokens and whatnot.
So
Yes.
I can't move my character though.
You should be able to move
Oh,
them
I
now.
can now.
I can move them. Yeah.
Yes.
Boink.
Fabulous. Yeah, so as you guys enter the kitchen room, which is I'll reveal it now for y'all. Yeah, so the clatter and clanging is still coming from inside the kitchen, and you hear hissing and spitting from whatever creatures seem to have
Cool.
formed from the mist. So as you guys can enter, Greta and Rampart are also barging in.
It's a few.
These little bastards.
So have we moved in pre-initiative?
Yeah, I'll say you guys are entered the room wherever you so wish, and then we'll roll initiative.
No, there.
Right. Zenith would be here beside Greta.
Okay, cool. Now let me just I need everybody to roll initiative. I'm
gonna roll a different
I
dice.
can do that for you. Did you fucking?
I rolled above a
Oh,
10
Nice. Just a little
for the
treat.
first time since we
That's
started.
beautiful.
I got a 16.
Oh shit! I just got that 20 initiative.
Oh, fuck me too. I did too. So
Bro,
I
what
got
the fuck?
21.
Okay, let me
Yassified
Yes,
initiative
I got
rolls.
22.
Like,
let me roll initiative for
Oh,
Rampart.
bastard. D&D Beyond has
Oh,
been so kind
wow.
to me. I imagine I'm just
Yeah.
gonna roll dirt all of my next sessions.
I also got one of your friends also got a nat 20.
Oh my god! Look at
Hell.
us.
I'm gonna say that
Back.
Kick
so that's
ass.
21 initiative, and then unfortunately the other one rolled a 1. So that's
Oh,
just gonna
was
be a
it
fat
Rosie?
one.
Not Rosie Greta.
No,
gonna be
Greta,
at least third,
Rampart
like,
is on the slower side of things. I would say.
that's okay.
But yeah, let me get the
He's great.
turn order. I can add that there. Add turn. Add turn. Add turn. Add turn. Add turn. Add turn. I'll just do the Steam guys are gonna go. So Dahi, what'd you get?
16.
Young and free, super.
I'll be 2 moments as well. I need
Yeah, that's
to-
fine. Greta is 21. Emery, what did you get?
22.
22. Fabulous. What did Jake say that he got?
He got a 21.
Okay, cool.
He got a nat 20 as well.
He did, but he's slightly slower than you.
Slightly slower.
And then Rampart is
Because Jack of all trades counts to initiative as well.
oh, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Savage. That's initiative for everybody done. Do I need to hit enter? Oh, I do need. Oh, yeah, enter and everything is sorted. Descending. Oh, cool. Turn order. I do like Roll20's initiative tracker. So yeah, Belt, you will be going first. So maybe you could think about your first move while Dahi and Jake are.
Yes. I think
Otherwise
I have
engaged.
an idea.
Cool.
15 cube. 15-foot cube. Okay.
Noob.
Moved.
Yeah, so and as you guys enter, this room is like almost completely. I'll say this room is partially obscured with
Okay.
all of the steam that is going on. So your visuals are not as great. So all of your perception checks will be with disadvantage in here.
Okay. So what can I see then? I need
You
to
can
roll-
see basically like within like 30. You can see like 30 feet ahead of you.
Oh, okay, cool. So I can see all these bitches.
Maybe like 25. Like yeah, you have like it's like a not like the whole room, but yeah. You have like 30-foot line of sight.
Okay, so what I would like to do is fly slightly here. Take out my Bandor. And with some of the when Rowan came in, there was like a charge in the air.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like Belt's like a little bit of an empath.
With your -1 insight, yeah.
Well, not anymore. Not with Jack of all trades.
What?
I feel like anyone that
I
calls himself an empath has disadvantage on insight.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got a 0 now. And I would like to kind of like feel that kind of like thundery, sky, lightningy energy, and just go like boom, 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 and cast Thunderwave on these two in front of me. It's a 15
Okay.
foot cube, and they need to make con saving throws.
Constitution saving throws. Let's see how they do. So one rolled an 18 and the other one rolled a 6.
Cool. So they take damage.
Yeah.
They take. Oh, that's not bad. That is so. The one that rolled a 6 takes 11 damage and is pushed 10 feet away from me.
Okay, that would be the second one here. So 10 feet away from you, so like this way.
Yep, and I guess the other one takes 5 damage.
Okay, so that's...
It is not
nice.
pushed.
Not pushed, and then that one is...
Objects.
That was it 10? 10 points?
It was 11.
11. Okay, yeah. So that goes down. Okay, cool.
Unsecured objects that are completely within the area of effect are automatically pushed 10 feet away from me. So I guess like kitchen utensils and shit go flying.
Yeah, all the kitchen utensils like on these counters and stuff go. Also, like with the wave of energy that you send out, a lot of stuff is sent flying. Not knives kind of like spiraling, like sticking to the wall at the other end.
And then I'm going to move a little bit back. So I used 10, 15. I'm going to go 5, 10 to fly back to my little buddies. And I'm going to turn to Zenith. And I'm going to go like, I think you're really fucking cool. And give you Bardic Inspiration.
Zenith cries. No, I'm kidding.
All right. Next up, Bri, you are on deck.
Okay, so I think that he is going to use his ring of jumping and go from around here to over here, which I guess is probably up on the counter as well, and do a little daunting roar.
All right.
Oh wait, so it says as daunting roar is as a bonus action, but the ring of jumping let me do jump as a bonus action. Can you choose to do a bonus action as your action?
Unfortunately, no. Bonus actions are tied to just bonus actions.
Right,
so
I can't
you could do something as an
roar.
action. You can do a big attack though, or something else.
Yeah, so I guess it will be just. May I then revise the jump to here? I suppose you can attack on diagonals, can't you?
Yeah, as long as it's 5 feet away.
Okay, so then he's gonna attack with his claws, the one to his top right.
This one?
Yes, that is a 20.
Yeah,
hit.
go for it.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 absolutely hits.
Okay, and the damage is 6.
6. Yeah. So with a swipe of your claws, as your hand passes through like this kind of like almost partially ephemeral body of these steam creatures, it almost kind of like almost feels like too hot for your hands, but you manage to rake away some of its physicality, and it kind of like hisses and spits at you, and it takes 6 damage.
Sure.
It looks pretty rough around the edges.
No,
not as solidified as the rest of them.
No second claw swipe because he jumped.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, that's that.
Cool. It is going to be Greta's turn, and she is going to charge forward. 1, 2, 3. And she grabs a frying pan from the from the counter.
Queen.
And she's like, these fucking assholes, and she is going to and when she picks it up, she like waves a hand, and the frying pan starts like glows with arcane like white light, and then she's just gonna swing it at this guy over here, and that is frying slam. Unfortunately, she goes wide, and the steam creature kind of like ducks out of the way, and she's like, get back here, and she's like she's going after this one. That is
giving Marge Simpson from Simpsons Wrestling.
I'll with you, sweetie pie.
I'll crump with you, sweetie. And next up, it is Zenith.
Slate.
You're currently in
Zenith.
your cup form.
Yes,
Cuphead.
I'm in the goblet form, Cuphead. So Zenith is going to follow his friend 1, 2, 3, 4, and I feel like I'm basically doing the same thing as she is. And I'm going to cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff, and I'm gonna give it a wallop.
Yeah, so now that you're in your starry form, your shillelagh also kind of takes on the black, like solidified, like energy that that fills your body when you take on your starry form. And as you swing it, like trails of sparkling stars are leaving its wake, and you can make an attack roll against it if you so wish.
Fabulous.
However, shillelagh works.
Fantastic. Hold on, I want to see what's my movement. I was there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I can't really. I was wondering if I could go around behind it, but that's fine. I can't. I'm going to attack. That is not a hit. I rolled like a 2 plus 5.
You
7.
have your bardic if you wanted to use it.
Oh,
you do have bardic, yeah.
What is it? A D6?
Yeah.
So I rolled a 2. That's only plus 5 to 7.
2 plus 7. So you just need to roll a 3 or more.
But no, it's a 2. Like plus. I think I only get plus 5 to my attack. It's plus 3 plus 2.
Yeah, 2 plus 5 is 7. So you just need to roll 3 more.
Get 13.
I rolled a 5. So that's 12.
12. Yeah, 12 hits.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can roll your damage.
Thank you, Bardic. Thank you, Belt. That is. Wait, does Shillelagh give it plus the damage plus 3 as well?
It's 1d8 plus 3, I believe.
Plus your wisdom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fabulous. That is 10 points of damage.
10 points. Yeah. So as you see Greta going forward with the swinging the glowing frying pan, you see the opportunity to get it as it's trying to evade that attack, and you follow it up with the shillelagh attack, and you. And the impact stars kind of like glitter, like fall off of it on impact, and the steam creature like hisses and splutters like as a chunk of its body is ripped away. But yeah,
excellent. That is my turn.
Cool. With that, it is, and Bri, as you are standing on the counter, you hear a very faint bubbling, and it gets louder, like. And out of one of the large pots on the stove, a large gray mass of bubbling muck rolls out of it and
that's not
splats on the ground. And it's what is this thing's movement? It's very slow. So it is, but it does, I think, 1 and 2, so that it's able to reach you. Ooh. And as it like hooks its body along, it like, and you can see inside of it are bits of like half-cooked food, and with one large, it like heaves its body and then rolls a large appendage out to try and give you a big smack and pull you closer towards it. A big heckin' smack. So that is going to be not a lot. A 5.
No, I'm afraid a 5 doesn't hit.
A 5 does not hit.
My armor class is more than 5.
I'm afraid 5's not gonna cut it.
I'm never gonna do that because my armor class is very low.
And
I mean, mine's not stellar.
So
he's more health than he is armor.
Yeah. Now, so that's its turn, and now it is the steam creature's turns, and they're gonna fuck some shit up. I'm gonna go in chronicle order. So this one, number 1 here, is gonna go towards Rampart here, and it you can see it's actually going to and from its mouth it like ejects a piping hot jet of scalding steam, and it is going to make a cone attack. So it is going to hit both you and Rampart.
Do I get partial cover from Rampart?
I was going to say, it must be like a rucksack.
It's very big. Unfortunately, heat does not travel in straight lines, so it can get around large forms. So you need to make a dexterity saving throw, as does Rampart's.
Got a +3 to this, so let's. That is a 12.
A 12, yeah, you succeed, and you as you do, you manage to like use your wing to kind of like partial cover, and Rampart just kind of tanks it. And both of you only take 2 points of fire damage.
Thank you. Damage. Fire damage as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
gonna keep the in reserve.
And then this steam creature is going to let's see, what can it do? It is just going to try and slash at Greta with solidified claws. And that's a failure because they rolled a 1. And these 3 that are surrounding Bry, they are going to converge on our fellow, on our guy, our buddy here.
It's getting hot in here.
Are you ready to get steamy?
Oh.
Why did that then make me think of Matilda for some reason? You know, the quiz show guy that's like, it's ready to get sticky with Mickey.
Yes.
Ew. Yeah, so they're each of them are going to try and make claw attacks against you. So there is a 3, a 10, and a 19.
Oh, the 19 gets, yeah.
Yeah, again, nothing else hits though.
He's very agile.
So yeah. Yes. Yeah, you're able to
biceps.
Yeah, you just kind of swat 2 of them away, but one does manage to pierce your skin with the claws, and you take 2 slashing damage plus 2 fire damage.
Cool. Ooh. He's got.
And
are you raging?
I don't think Bri's raging yet.
No.
Not yet. No.
Yeah. And then
the jump.
That was all of the steam guys. And I think last up it's Rampart. So they're going to just raise their hammer and try and slam the creature with his huge ass hammer. Which
ass
is
hammer.
a 10, 8 plus 3. These guys have very low armor class, so that does hit. So that is going to be 6 points of damage to that little guy. Yeah, so they take a chunk out of the steam creature, and then we are back up to the top of the round, which is our boy Belt.
Okay, I really wanted to... You have a beefy con save, don't you, Bry?
Yeah. Plus
and quite a lot of health?
My health is still 23, and my con save is plus 6.
Thunder wave.
I have 2 things I can do, and I want to do damage because I love doing damage, but also
saves, and also I get advantage on dex saves.
I don't have anything.
Con save.
Unfortunately, I do have entangle I could do though.
As long as you can do a little heal the next round, just do it. He can take it.
I can.
He can take it.
In that case, I'm
in goblet form.
I'm
so
feeling it, and I'm
gonna
gonna do this shit. I'm going to fly. Not that way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then 5, 10, 15. Cool. It's a 15-foot cube out from me, so I can get all of them.
Cube. Do it.
Bring on the cube.
And yes. So I've flown 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
I want to cast this, and then I want to fly 10 feet up.
Yeah, the ceiling isn't super high. So
is it?
It's not quite 10 feet high.
Okay, cool. That's fine. I was trying to get out of range.
Definitely not from when you're standing on a counter. Your head is almost hitting the ceiling.
Okay, that's fine. Anyway, so they all need to make con saves, DC 14, including you, I'm afraid, Bry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so con saves, and okay, I'll roll for the steam guys first.
I shout, "It's about to get fucking loud!"
Yeah, Bry doesn't pass. He's got a 10.
Okay.
What if I bonus actioned gave you Bardic?
We do that
Can
first.
I do that first?
Yeah, Bry can get a D6 to the roll.
I'll add it to that 10. Yeah, I won't.
5 or 6. 5 or 6.
Yeah.
D6. Roll. It was a 2, so I got a 12.
It's fine. I
Sorry.
can heal. I can heal a bit next turn. So
Yeah, so one of the steamy boys fail to save, the other two succeed. And then
the sludge.
yeah, the sludge only rolled a 7. So
failure.
That fails.
Oh, baby. Cool. That is 13 damage. And then if they save, they take 6, I guess.
Yeah.
And they are all, if they fail, they're pushed 10 feet away.
Okay, so this is pushed 10 feet away, and the ooze is pushed 10 feet away. And so that took 13 points damage. So that's 9. 13 on that. And then everything else took 6. That was 2 and 4. So you actually, even though it succeeded on the save throw, it this one here does kind of dissipate and vaporize into the ambient mist around, and appears to have been dispatched.
Cool.
And this one here has not taken any damage before this, so it is still up kicking.
Cool. I'm going to move 5, 10 over there. So I think that's good. And I shout, Brian, I'm so sorry, I thought you could handle it.
I believe it is now your turn, Brett.
Brian roars like, what the fuck was that? And he's going to do like a daunting roar.
Yeah, everyone's ears are ringing.
So he's doing a
daunting
roar. So these two, I'm guessing Yay and Yay aren't within 10 feet of me because you have to do a diagonal.
I think there's a ruler. No snapping.
Because then surely they... Yeah.
So diagonal is exactly 10 feet.
Cool, so
from
them as well. Everyone needs to make a wisdom DC 14 saving throw or be scared of me until the end of my next turn.
Ooh, scary.
Oh,
He's
a
big scary boy.
Do these guys all have the exact same... It's a wisdom, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Cool. So I'll roll for the 2 steam guys that are still kicking. One rolled a 19, one rolled a 3.
Ooh.
So
Who's the brave?
I'll just say that this one. Am I still? Oh, I have the ruler tool. Yeah, this one is the one that failed. This one succeeded. And for the ooze, that's a crit 20. -2 is an 18. So it is fine. So this one here. There's a big heckin' afraid. Let me mark that. I'll use what symbol? This one.
Cool.
That means it's afraid.
And he's going to take a swipe at the ooze.
Ooh. Yep, go for it.
16.
Talking about Matilda.
16 hits. Yeah, this is our Matilda episode. 16 hits. Yeah, for all damage.
Damage is 4.
4 points of damage. You sink your claws into the thick group, and you know, like when you try and like punch wet sand, it kind of like gives that resistance, and it just like, and then your claws dig in, you rip it away, and like bits of like thick gray goo and gunk starts to slough off of it, but it does. It seems to still be kicking.
Right.
And after that, it is Greta's turn. If you are done, Bri.
Yeah, done.
Yeah.
He's gonna stay
Yeah.
there.
So Greta is still on her her frying pan rampage. So she is going to try and swing with
Frying pan page.
Yeah, frying pan page against the steam creature. Okay, yeah, 18. She plus whatever Greta gets. That is definitely gonna hit. I'm gonna make this frying pan is an improvised weapon, so I'm gonna say it's like a club or something. So D6, 3 plus 2 points of damage, so that's gonna be 5. Yeah, so she manages to connect with it finally with the frying pan and just go boing, and like parts of the creature like dissipates as well. It's still alive though, and Greta's like, "It's so hot in here. It's like hot yoga."
It's good. It's a workout.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I came dressed lightly, I guess. Yes.
And after Greta, it is Zenith's turn.
So I'm going to also do a smack and smack, heck and bonk, on this thing.
Bonking all day, every day.
Bonk that bitch.
That's me. Oh, that is a crit fail.
Ooh. No bardic inspiration can save you this time, unfortunately, as you swing with your shillelagh, and the kind of the momentum from the impact of Greta's attack kind of like pushes it a little bit out of your reach as your attack fails with that. But you still have stuff in your turn if you like.
Yeah, I'm gonna run past it, or I don't need to run past it. I don't think 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna use my bonus action, and I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Bry.
Yeah, fabulous. Roll your.
So that is
D4.
going to be 6 points of healing. However, Bry, you're also going to heal another 6 points of healing because of my chalice constellation.
Nice.
Damn.
Jesus, hell yeah.
Healed.
Double healing.
So every time I roll a healing spell, or every time I use a healing spell on anyone, me or another creature within range can heal 1d8 plus my modifier. I love it so much. Love it. Yeah, so that's a spell slot gone. Yeah, I'm gonna be sad that I missed my thing, but happy that I healed.
Woo.
That's my turn.
All right. Next up, it is the Steam guys who. So the first one is going to. This one is just going to move as far as it can away from Bry. It's got 30 feet. So it does leave your combat range, Bry. So you can get an opportunity attack if you like.
Yeah, I'd love one. Thank you. That is a 22 to hit.
22 for sure hits.
And it's a 4. It's only 4.
Does a
damage.
22 hit?
22 get him.
How much damage?
4. Does a 4
4.
get him?
So yeah, you swipe at it as it dashes away from you. You cleave off a bit of its scalding hot body and scalding hot body.
I was just gonna say.
Scalding hot body.
Is it hot here? Yeah. So, but now the other guys, the steamy boys that are still left standing, are going to take their turn. So this one here is going to move up a little bit, and it is going to use its steam breath attack on Zenith and Greta and its friend here. So you need to make a dexterity saving throw, as does Greta. And Greta succeeded.
That is a natural 20.
Oh, Greta also got a natural
Nice.
20.
What's happening with the...
That 20
This is where all the
bestie.
20s are
Crits.
in this episode.
Crits.
Great heaven.
Yes.
And for it,
We're never getting
for
a
that
crit
little
again in the
friend,
entire campaign.
it fails that, I believe. Yeah. So then, so number 3, that takes 4 points, and Greta and Zenith only take 2 points of fire damage. And she's like, ouch! Oh, I should have worn sleeves. And yeah, that Steam's thing turn. This one here still has a turn. It's still kicking. It is going to it's just going to move. It's just going to try and slash at Greta because that's the one that just recently hit it. That is a 14 plus 2, so that hits her, and she takes another 4 points of damage. And you can see, like, with its claws, it scalds and cauterizes the skin when then it pulls them out. And she's like, "Oh, that fucking hurt!" But also, at least I'm not bleeding. And
Yeah, that's fine. It's no cat bleeds. It's all good.
And then this guy here is going to again try and is going to just do a claw attack against Rampart, which will miss because Rampart has hella armor. And then yeah, this one doesn't really have any ranged attacks, but it is going to take its action and cast the spell Blur on itself.
Hmm.
So it is both afraid and blurry.
Same.
Relatable.
So any
Yeah,
attacks on
every
it will
day
have
of 2020.
disadvantage. And then it will be. Where's the gooey boy? I didn't have the gooey boy's initiative down. It should just be. It was meant to go like right before the Steamy Boys. It's on initiative 8. So I'll have him take its turn now. So it is going to. What can it do? Yeah. So Bri, as it as you try and like claw at it, it's going to again heave its body. It's going to try and like rise up the counter. It like kind of moves like a slug, and its body just kind of like and. Again, a large part of its body is just going to go and try and smack you, and that is going to be a 12 plus what is the plus something? 15.
That matches my armor class. I forget what way that goes.
Oh, that means it hits.
It hits.
Yeah. So then that is going to be 1d6. So that's going to be 6 points of bludgeoning damage plus, as soon as it makes contact with your body, you can feel a incredibly, a very strong burning sensation as you take an additional 6 points of acid damage.
Ooh. 6.
Thanks for the 12, because I'd have been down.
Really? Oof.
Yeah, now I'm down to 10. Is that metagaming? Sorry, do we talk numbers or do we avoid numbers?
You can talk numbers. I don't care.
Never mind.
Yeah. So that is you're not wearing any armor, are you?
No. Just get unarmored defense.
No,
So it's
you're
just
not barely even wearing
skin.
clothes.
Yeah.
Ow.
That's hard.
That's
Guys,
Yeah. And
surrounded-
as you see, actually, as it lifts its the part of its body, that like all of that fur on that part of your body has been completely stripped. And like, and you can see like blotchy
burns.
acid
That's not
burns.
It's not
Yeah.
hard.
Cole is going to have a field day.
Yeah.
And that
The
is
soup stole my arm hair.
Oh, definitely
Sorry.
don't want the special now, unless you do.
That would be a great title.
That's your memoir.
Soup
Soup
stole my
stole
That's
my
the
arm
next Chuck Tingle novel.
The living soup stole my arm hair, and
Sexy
now
living
I'm
soup
in
and
love.
the steaming bodies around me in the kitchen stole my arm hair.
It's either a
I
Chuck
didn't
Tingle
know
novel
that.
or the next isekai anime. You
Oh
can't
my
tell.
God, it's Isekai anime for sure.
That is, yeah. So now it's going to be Rampart's turn,
Alright.
and they are going to again try and slam dunk this steam guy in front of them, and that's a 12 plus stuff. So that does hit, and it's going to be, as you can see when they make contact, you can hear a huge, like a deafening crack as their hammer glows yellow and like it does an additional bunch of damage. Let me see how Thundering Smite works. It's probably just like an extra like 2d8 or something. Thundering, I can spell. Thundering.
Thundering?
Thundering Spite.
Thunder.
I can spell. Thundering. That'll do it.
2d6
I need to
thunder
type in the
damage.
full name of the 2d6.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away from you and knocked prone.
That's okay. Cool. So it's just a regular d8 for damage, and then 2d6,
Jesus.
and then plus 3. I'm not gonna bother waiting until they roll a crit because who knows when I'm gonna pull them out again for combat. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Yes,
It rolled max. It rolled max everything except 1. So that's 11 plus 8 plus 3. That's absolutely.
That's like
lethal.
22 damage.
Even if that was like full hit points, the steam guy would still be fucked. So, yeah, it just like it hits it and and like the steam thing just kind of spirals, and as it does, like it just kind of dissipates into the air, and Rampart's like, "That's right."
Rampart.
And-
stellar work, honestly. You're great.
Thank you.
Great.
And so that is Rampart's turn. Top of the round, it is Bells. Yeah.
My turn. Okay. I'm going to. I think I might join in on the bonking of this bitch. Let me see.
Go for
I
it.
love that novel.
Actually.
And yeah.
Let me just check. I need to do some measurings. So if I fly 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 5, 10. Cool. I'm going to cast Bane on these 3 left here.
You've adopted the darkness.
You've adopted the steam. I was born
But I was born in the steam. Okay, wait, so what are you targeting?
So I'm targeting all 3, so it's a 30-foot range. So they're all within 30 feet of
that works.
and they need
So they all need to make charisma saving throws?
How charismatic are these steam and soup?
Charismatic sounds like
Very
one of the houses.
uncharismatic. Steam guys, kind of charismatic.
Oh, interesting.
How charismatic are these steam and soup? What a wonderful
Just
question.
ask Chuck Tingle, they'll tell you.
The soup charms the hair right
Okay,
off my
so
Slammed in the kitchen by steamy bodies and soup.
So
By my sexy
a
soup.
14 and a 15 on the Steam boys.
Okay, they succeed.
So they succeed, and with the muck, with the goop, that's a 2.
Cool, so that fails. So it's baned.
Bane.
So it subtracts a d4 from attack rolls and saving throws.
It sure does.
For the next minute. That's fine.
Wonderful.
At least I got one of them.
Slay.
And then I guess what I'll do is that was my last spell slot. But that's fine because I've got cantrips.
Yeah.
I guess I'll bonus action. I think he needs it more than I do. I'm gonna bonus action. Bardic Inspo, my boy Bry.
Nice.
And I say, don't worry about your arms. We're gonna fix it. The rest of you looks great.
As per usual, right? I've got some tonic in my trunk. It's just very expensive.
We'll do like some therapies. It'll be fine.
Don't touch me. I'll just put the.
Say I was gonna touch you.
I've got the tonic.
Right,
I'll have a
it
bath.
is your turn.
He is gonna. He's gonna rage.
Right.
Roger.
Roar.
This
Against
outside
the
this
machine.
This outfit was actually made by the designer Roger. You probably don't know them.
Roger.
Roger and Lamp Plant.
Well, I'm glad.
yeah,
I bet he's
alright.
glad he took off his lamp plant, seeing as now it would have absolutely been burnt to cinders.
hmm And the steam probably isn't great for it either. The heat probably needs a cold wash.
Yeah.
Iron that shit.
I think that how like is it kind of like non-Newtonian fluid style, right? Like, is it if I slam against it, is there gonna be impact, or is it just real sludge?
You'll only one way to find out.
Kind of want to shove it, but maybe I should just attack it.
It's up to you.
All right, let's just attack.
Attack.
Yeah, he's just
Go
there
for
to
it.
punch and sponge.
Mhm.
Not today, he's not. That was a 7. Oh wait, does he get advantage? It's just checks actually, isn't it? Shit.
If you
Yeah.
You could
Advantage.
You can do
your
reckless attack,
reckless
can't you?
attack, Yeah.
Okay.
It gives attacks advantage towards you
Why isn't that
though
in
as
here?
well.
Yeah.
Have I just not like?
Reckless.
Do I need to refresh or something?
Should be in your
Should be in
Oh,
features.
Let me check barbs.
Oh yeah, reckless attack. Yeah. When you make your first attack on your turn,
Oh,
you
you
can
know,
decide to
yeah.
attack recklessly, giving you advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength, but attack rolls against you have advantage until the next turn.
But it has to roll a
Worth
d4
it.
away from that as well. So
Worth it.
Do it.
That was
Alright, so roll again.
21.
21 does hit.
Man.
And the damage is... Ooh, that one is 7, and I get a +2 from the rage, so 9.
Yeah. So you leap down from the counter and just like your impact. It does give a bit of resistance to the start of your attack, but like the sheer force of your body weight and your strength just kind of like makes it almost kind of pops, goes and all over your face and body, like basically like in like a 10-foot radius out, black gray sludge just kind of, and like it also kind of like it coats you with like bit of foods as well, like that anything that was in the pot, like bits of beans and like dried bread, and like it might have been a soup at one point, but it is now like completely coating your body. It's also really hot, like temperature wise.
I don't know, just like shaking it off. It's just like fucking hell.
What is it with you getting covered in goop?
I don't know.
oh my god, it's Briar's secret gunger.
This is wouldn't
yeah.
make me a gungy.
A gungy? You're the one who's been gunged?
Someone
Maybe.
out
I don't.
there
I'm
is
not
repeatedly getting
not
me
super.
covered in stuff.
This is someone's very specific kink, and I hope they're having a nice time.
It's
Someone
it's kind
somewhere
of
is
like
gonna find this content of a 7-foot lion man covered in shit all the time.
it's the cross section of furry and gungers.
And
We found her.
And that is true. Maybe the real friends were the gungers we made along the way.
We're the lions we gunged along the
I think
way.
they might be called slamers. Actually, I think I got that wrong.
Slimers.
Ooh.
I think gunge is a thing too.
I think it's the category.
Maybe it's like the different consistencies. Yeah. After that, it's Greta's turn.
Yeah, it's like
Right, not doing anything else.
Semantics of gunge and slime aside.
We need to know.
This
Yeah.
podcast
Slimantics.
sponsored by Cornflower.
the
Not
slimantics.
cornflower. Slimantics.
Slimantics.
Get out of here. Oh god. Anyway, it's Greta's turn, and she's fucking pissed.
Go
And
piss, girl.
and that's a crit. That's a natural 20 on the
Yes,
attack.
I
Nice.
think saying go piss, girl made her crit.
go
did,
crit,
exactly.
girl.
That's
crit, girl.
the trigger phrase.
And that was only, unfortunately, a 1 on the die. So she rolls a 1 and plus, so that's 2 doubled plus another 2 is another 4 points of damage.
Is the thing
And-
still alive?
The steam thing is still alive. It's been taking very small chunks of damage this entire time.
Ah,
It's between like 2 and 4 at a time.
But it's still going and hissing at the pair of you. And then I think it's your turn, Dahi.
it is. I think I'm going to turn to the one behind me,
Mm-hmm.
right? The one like over the counter.
Yeah.
I feel like Greta's got this with this
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
I'm going to turn to it and I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on it.
Do it.
One time. Let's have a look. Okay, that is a 13
13 hits.
to hit. So I want the Guiding Bolt to look like he's tracing the constellation that's on his body, like in the air, and that's all the different bolts, and he like shoots them out.
Ooh, fabulous. Very Final Fantasy. I love it.
It's giving Yuna from Final Fantasy.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, it is giving Yuna. Fuck me. That is 10, 14, 17 points of damage.
That kills it.
It's giving Yuna because it's fucking broken.
Yeah.
It's the kind of damage that's making me think that maybe Bry should just put his claws away and pick up a fucking table leg or something.
So,
We're gonna get you
Yeah,
a table leg, buddy. Don't worry.
I'll enchant the table.
Meow,
The-
6, meow,
the points of
4.
light pierce the steam creature's body, and like light like absolutely like blasts its ass into the next dimension, and it is dead.
That is ass
and-
blasted.
Its ass
Dead,
blasted,
dead.
guiding bolt up the butt, and
Not that.
that is
If only.
Mm-hmm. And yeah. So, are you doing anything else for your turn?
I do have a bonus action, but I can't really do anything with it. I don't think. I don't think.
I don't think you technically cast a spell, a leveled spell.
It is a spell.
But
It's
not
I
using
have
a
always
spell
had
slot.
this.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't use a spell slot. For me, you can use it as many times as my proficiency bonus, but I think it still counts as casting a spell
does.
because it does say I always have the spell prepared.
I can't remember what Raw says about that.
I'm fine. I don't
What
mind.
I say
I'm
about it that matters.
That's
Yeah,
true.
absolutely,
That's
and I'm
true.
fine to defer to. I will 100%
I am
defer
God.
to.
Ralph famously doesn't like Raw.
I'm not saying nothing today.
I'm gonna end my turn.
Sorry.
Alrighty. So after Zenith, it is, I believe, it was the Ooze's turn, and the Ooze is dead. And it's still the Steam guy's turn.
Slime
So
Ball
this
Bry
one
is
here-
over.
Yeah. And so this one is going to try and make another attack against Greta. And that hits again. So she takes another 4 points of damage, and steaming, like piercing hot claws rake across her chest, and she's like, ah, and like is starting to like look really like torn up, and is starting to kind of like her knees are starting to shake, and like doesn't look like she's got a lot of fight left in her, but she's still standing, thankfully, and
She's still standing.
she's still got some fight in her. And this steam guy that is both afraid and blurry is going to move even further
Do
away.
that.
And then I think it's actually just Rampart's turn, and Rampart is going to charge over. Don't worry, Greta, I'm coming, and is going to run over, and they're going to cast Lay on Hands on her and give her 5 hit points back. So like pale light just like kind of like feels from like the glisten armor on their chest and just kind of like channels into their gauntlets and just heals Greta back up a little bit, and she's like, oh, thanks, buddy. And top of the round again, it's Belt. There's two guys left. One is very afraid of Bry and cowering in a corner, but one is still kicking, trying to kick Greta.
I don't think I can get that one, so I'm gonna help the one. I'm gonna fuck the one up that's trying to kill Greta. I'm like, get away from my friend. Get a bonus action, Shillelagh.
Shalalar.
Shalarlar.
And then try and get its ass. Would you say that we're flanking?
Totally.
Yes.
So you're in like quadruple flanking because there's 2 people behind it.
Do I get to roll quadruple advantage? Okay, that's a.
It's a flank train.
Good. Thank God for advantage. That is a 22 to hit.
22 hits for sure.
A 5 and a 16. So let's do the bonk. 10 damage.
10 damage. With that, the last steam creature is completely, yeah, with a kind of twang from the bandor. The steam effect just goes and kind of vanishes into the steam, and it is dead.
Nice.
Super dead.
There ain't no
And
dead redemption for this one.
Is Brady Cat not coming back then?
that's a video game.
That is what that is.
The other one is still super scared.
Uh-huh.
Also, but Bri, I believe it is your turn.
Then why not go after the scared one? I think he's gonna probably
Too good.
boink. And Where's your sheet, Bri? Where's your sheet? There we go. Claw. Ooh,
Claw,
11.
claw. Do it. 11 hits.
Nice. The damage be... Oh, rolled a 6, so that's a 9.
9 damage.
Oh, wait, sorry, that would actually
And-
be an 11 because he's raging.
And that 9 still kills it. So
Nice.
the final steam creature in the kitchen is ripped apart by Bry. And with that, the combat comes to an end. You can hear a bit of a commotion outside. And as you guys wrap up, everyone, Greta's like, ow, ow. And Rampart's like, are you okay? And a door swings open at the kitchen, and the hulking figure of Tulk, the bar manager, barges in. He's like, is everyone all right?
We are now.
A little bit bald, but otherwise fine.
I can see that. Where'd your clothes go?
Oh, I meant...
I don't really think that's as much of an issue as the killer soup that tried to kill us. No offense.
Oh, that's Curdy's Curdy's recipes. She's very experimental.
Can I taste some?
You can, yeah.
A little
Go for it.
taste. It's a
Bri
little.
takes it, Bri
yeah.
keeps a distance from about...
Make a Constitution saving throw.
That's fair.
It is very acidic.
13.
A 13. Yeah, it tingles your tongue a lot, and you kind
Flavors are
of
melting on my tongue.
you get kind of like goose pimples.
Oh, I quite like that actually. It's a good sensation.
Ugh.
And Curdy pops up like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was trying something new.
Nobody ever thinks that their soup is going to try and kill them. It's fine. We're okay.
Yeah, you feel lucky.
And
I'd say,
the
mate.
manager just turns to you guys like, well, this is like the 3rd time this month, but when she does it right, boy, does she do it right. But you know, you gotta break a few eggs to make a gray, oozing, disgusting omelet, I guess.
That's very true. I have actually heard
That's
that
exactly-
exact saying before.
I was going to say, and I'm gonna kind of like walk over to Bri and see if he's like needs a little bit more healing. So I'm gonna throw a bit of cure wounds his way.
Cool. Closes up some little burns and stuff, I imagine. How much is the cure wounds?
Probably.
It is 7 for cure wounds and a further 6 for constellation.
13.
13.
I'm
Very
never
good.
gonna heal again.
Please don't
And
say
And you
that.
never need to. It's done.
He's looking,
Over.
yeah, much better. You know, I imagine that he's probably just got some welts that look a couple of days old.
And still some
bald
bald
patches.
patches. Can't heal that.
Mhm.
Is
Yeah.
it lions
But,
whose skin is black beneath their hair, or is that tigers? I forget.
That was
I think it
polar
is
bears.
lions.
I think it's tigers.
Polar bears.
Oh,
as
I don't
well?
know anything.
No
I don't
idea.
know. I'm not an animalologist.
Used to work at a wild.
We should have learned
animal
that.
park
We should have learned
where
that in
there's
class.
both, but I
Yeah,
forget.
y'all probably know. Anyway, Greta also uses some magic to heal up the rest of her wounds and to heal up Rampart a little bit. And everyone's Tulk is like, "Is everyone all right?"
Yes, we're okay.
We're good.
Good. There, get the unconscious ones out, and like there were like some students who work in the kitchen have been knocked unconscious like in like the storeroom and like wherever, out of sight, out of mind. They're fine. They'll be healed up. Don't worry, this is a perfectly normal school.
We're soup monsters knockout students.
Hey, that's pretty. When you say it like that,
That's pretty fair.
that sounds fine. And Tulk is just through their large tusks. He just says, "Well, thanks so much. You know, Curry's a wild card, but I really appreciate you guys putting your and I see you're the musician who was playing earlier. You know, you really went all out today. I appreciate that. So, you know, next time you guys are here, drink and food is on us.
Nice.
You know,
That's very
That's
kind
very
of you.
rock
Thank
and
you.
roll talk.
So I know what rocks are, but why are they rolling?
It's a metaphor.
For
The
what?
sound
Of
of
what?
rocks rolling.
Ah.
It sounds like
get
this. And no, I don't do performance. Feels not appropriate to do one right now.
As you guys are kind of like chatting and stuff, you hear another set of footsteps as and the kitchen door swings open again, and in
My God. Is this a sitcom?
this is the only room that like or whatever it sounds like.
Just the small little door opens
people
up and somebody
laughing.
leans in like, "Hey guys."
I'm here too. Yeah,
The
but
serving door.
Rowan Kenworth like swings the kitchen door open and steps in, and you can see like her eyes are like sparking, and you can see like electricity is like at the like on the cups of her hands. She's like, "Is everyone all right? Is everyone all right?"
We're good. We're good.
Fine.
Oh. As she collects the scene, and she sees that like people are like okay, and like things have been taken care of. The sparks kind of like die off, but like you can see like she settled a bit, but her, you know, like but her hair is still kind of like standing on end a little bit, the way that like there's a positive charge going on, and she's just like, oh, all right then. Everyone all right?
Yeah. Are you
As good as we can be after being attacked by soup.
Yeah. No, I'm fine. All right. One of Curtis' recipes, I assume.
It was actually pretty tasty.
He's lying.
I doubt that highly, but sure.
I like put a hand around Curty. I'm like, don't worry, girl, it's fine.
Curry's like, if it came alive and tried to eat me, I'm sure it didn't taste that good.
I mean, you've done better, but it wasn't that bad.
Okay, thank you. I don't know who you are, but thank
You
you.
got this, girl. Don't worry.
Queen.
Yeah, Rowan's face like visibly calms down, and she's like, "Okay, all right. Well, everyone's all right. I'm gonna go.
Okay,
Everyone's all right. Don't try and eat any food that tries to eat you.
But if it tries to eat me, I'm gonna eat it right back.
All right. Take care."
Bye. She's kind of rude.
And she just kind of like
jeez.
turns around and leaves. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's an interesting.
She was quite rude to Curty. She's just trying her best, serving people food.
I think it was the fact that it tried to. Anyway, I think we need to. I think she's curious. She's one we need to
I don't
watch.
think I'm about her vibe.
No, I think there's just a lot more to her than she is.
Wait,
There's something
there's
about
a whole
her.
other
Why
one.
did she?
She's a twin.
Why'd she get so cagey?
Why did she run in here to save the day? Kind of.
The other one likes books. You could make friends with him and then find out what her whole deal is.
I mean,
You like books. That's a common
Mission.
thing.
Oh yeah, actually, and Greta like, I heard her brother Will is actually like super smart,
You like the same.
You've
Oh,
got that in
well.
common.
and he's blue. He likes to wear blue. You're blue.
That's very true. I have blue. Perhaps I don't like talking to people in with reasons other than, you know.
Well, I mean,
Imagine he's a-
maybe he won't be as cagey about being from the sky. Maybe Rowan was lying.
Exactly. She looked
Imagine
pretty
he's a
skyey.
book, and you've just got to get the information out the book you're studying. Right? You just got to read it. Right?
Zenith is like glazed over. He's like barely listening anymore. He's thinking, does he remember anybody talking about any particular powers that Will is like? Does he, because he's noticed that Rowan obviously has an affinity for
Was
like
he icy?
sparks and lightning. Was there any?
I mean, you
did we
saw them.
watch
You
them?
saw them both
Right,
fight.
Yeah.
What does
He
Zenith remember?
seemed to be wielding ice as
Okay.
a primary element.
So I think she might have been lying to me.
Maybe.
I could be wrong. I mean, who else is from the sky? But it is a big place.
Exactly.
He might be more forthcoming. Maybe he's trying to find out where they're from. That would be so
It
romantic.
rains, it pours, eh? I've never met anybody from the sky, and this place is lousy with him.
Yeah. I mean,
Correct.
kind of like my family's a bit from the sky, or we live there a bit.
I mean, yes, you are birds. That's
And
true.
my personal apartment is a penthouse, so I guess it's kind of like that. Like I'm
Quite
way
high
up
up.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we could all be from the sky. We could be.
I don't think I mean, you're close, but not quite there.
So we're like the Sky Gang, because we're all from the sky.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, but
The Skang.
The skag.
But Col-
Skang.
Coleus is from the earth. It's from the ground.
Oh my god, I'm
Yeah, it's
envisioning our
literally from the opposite of the earth.
flag. We've got
Sorry, the
the
sky.
sky,
Oh,
and then the tree, and then me in the sky, and then probably you on the tree, scratching the tree or something. I don't know.
This is
And
strange.
Rampart's like kind of like, I'm not really following this metaphor.
Zenith leans in and is like, neither am I, but I like how creative.
Trees?
Yeah,
The
and
tree's
Rampart,
like-
you could be picking something from the tree, like a fruit.
Oh, like a pineapple.
Like
no, pineapples don't grow on
They
trees.
could in this tree.
Do
because
they?
This tree is special. 'cause it's
No,
from
they
the
grow
sky.
on-
am
like
I the tree
little
or am I the
sprouts.
sky?
No, you're scratching
Oh.
the tree. I'll draw it, don't
Touching the
worry.
tree.
And at this point, Curdy chimes in. She's like, I'm sure you're all wonderful from the sky or whatever, wherever you're from, but I do need to tidy up my kitchen.
Oh, would you like a hand?
Oh, I mean, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys
I-
have already done so much,
To be
but
fair, most of the mess is from me blasting things.
Right, we've already done a lot. If you insist, I won't stick around. And Bri is already leaving, like probably still like getting off little bits of gunk and just flicking them onto the floor.
Zenith will help
Yeah,
out
I'll
for a
help
little
too.
bit, and until like she I feel like after a while she'd probably be like, okay, it's
yeah, she's like, okay,
I-
you guys are. And then she's also like, you guys talk a lot. Can you guys go?
yes. Goodbye.
Don't worry, Curly. I'll be back
Bye.
again soon.
All right,
We're walking
take
out
care.
the door.
I
We're walking out the door, and I'm like, she's really
I
nice.
like her a lot. That's why I was pissed at Rowan for insulting her cooking to her face. That's rude.
I feel like that there's just a lot to her. Who is just lightning and not from the sky? That does not make sense to me.
It doesn't add up. The math is not mathing.
I think that
That's not how you use that word, but you're correct.
Yeah,
I don't believe. Is math a verb? No.
can be.
Anyway, as you guys leave the restaurant, it's pretty late in the evening now, and you guys get back, and there's actually a something waiting for each of you on your desks. There is on a small little plate and a piece of parchment is just a little pastry on each of your desks, and as a little, someone left it for you.
Peck it.
what's it say in the card?
Does the parchment say anything?
No, it's just like it's
Oh,
like
it's just like a napkin type thing.
Oh, can I put half of it outside of Brian Cole's room for Cole?
there's also one on Cole's desk.
Okay. Then I eat it all.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
Uh,
Zenith very happily eats his.
And with that eventful evening and day, you guys reached second level. You guys did your exams. You fought off some steamy boys and some gooey boys. Congratulations. With that, we will end the session this evening. We actually ran pretty long. I'm just how long?
Yeah,
did
we
normally
did.
go on? So
Yeah.
it's been like 3 hours. Jesus.
3.5.
Yeah, but yeah. Congratulations. Thank you so much for playing. Where can folks find y'all if they wish to do so on the internet or whatever? Dahi?
You find me on Twitter and TikTok, and most places under the name at the real Baron Zaya, often with the H left off because Twitter doesn't like me. TheRealBaronZia. That's me.
Emery, what about you?
You can find me on the Instagram at Granddaddy Issues, or on the Twitters at evening_Emery.
Yeah. And Jake, what about yourself?
You can find me almost everywhere as JTurn with a 7 instead of a T because I was not quick off the mark on any social platform. Apart from Tumblr, that's JTurn actually, but I asked someone for that.
Oh, back in the day.
Did you?
Yeah, I sent a direct message back in the day to
Wow.
the person that had JTurn and was like, hey, can I have it?
Oh.
And I did.
Give me.
Before that, it was
Come on, give it.
Me though.
Supernatural URL.
That tracks for Tumblr.
Yeah.
That does. Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
Angels
wonderful.
Blade. It was that kind of one where people message you being like, how'd you get that URL? And it's like, because we're an incredibly niche fandom, it just feels large because we're in it.
Yeah. Yeah. I was never flawed enough to be in the Supernatural fandom, but
Same.
yeah, I dodged that bullet. But you can find me at themtg or themmtg, and yeah, thank you so much. Please feel free to follow us on our Twitter at Arcavios Eternal and on our Twitch, and we will be posting our VODs on our YouTube channel under the same name. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please remember to stay in drugs and don't do school.
Woo! Thank you, Ralph. Thank you, everybody.
Trans rights.
Bye.